I am in a loss of words right now as we come to you live on this moment where we've just completed WrestleMania 40. You have to excuse me, everyone, for I am still in this high after, in my opinion, one of the most amazing matches and one of the most unbelievable endings I have ever witnessed, ever in WWE history. I'm just going to say that. We were supposed to start at 11:30, but because we are such in this unbelievable high, we've decided and the executives agreed for us to start immediately because we are so anxious to talk about what we have just witnessed and what we are currently witnessing, which is this high that we are still on. What's good, everybody? It's me, your homie Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells podcast table. I am excited that you're here. And I'm also excited about the two homies who was also as excited as I am. We're talking about Mr. Mundo, Mr. AKA NCEO, Mr. Dez. Dez, what's going on?
Lord have mercy. I don't even know what's going on. I don't have a clue what the hell is going on right now. I mean, god damn. God damn. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself, and I am just like, I don't even know. Wow. That's all I got to say right now. It's wow. Jay?
Oh, yeah. Wow, guys. This was possibly the greatest Mania weekend ever in my life. The high can't even go down right now. I'm just so hyped. Everybody. I can't talk no more. I'm done. This is crazy.
Well, with the fellas here and you all watching, I'm sure you're on the high also. You are all here. Let us begin this Three Bells. All right, so usually when we do a recap show, we usually start from the top of the show and then we work our way down towards the end, and then sometimes we do things in between. But after what we have just witnessed, we're just going to go straight down to the main event. We just want to work off this high because a lot of unbelievable things that we didn't even think that was going to happen, happened. We thought this was going to happen, but no, then this happened, and then I don't know where this plan B happened. I tell you, Triple H, boy, I tell you, he has the most amazing plan Bs out there. And this was tonight. Can you imagine what is going to happen tomorrow at Raw and continuing on? For as of 6 minutes ago, if I remember what Dez reminded us yesterday, as of 11 o'clock tonight, we are officially in a new era. Des, I don't know if the new era is officially called the Triple H era. I wouldn't be upset at all if it is called that. But yeah, I think it's fair to say that we are in a new era right now, and I have goosebumps right now. Like I'm so excited right now. But let's work off this excitement and let's just jump straight into it. We're just going to talk about this main event. We're going to talk about it for as long as we can, and we're going to try to talk about the rest the of the night because there was a lot of exciting things that happened tonight. Like this whole night was just absolutely amazing. Way, way more better, way more excited than yesterday. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to have Dez, he's going to talk about the main event as to what happened. And Jay, he is going to fill in also. And we're just going to dive into it. We're just going to talk about this. Dez, if you're ready and if you can you explain to us what this main event was about? And then Jay will assist you into filling in the blanks. Hit it, Dez.
Man, oh man. First off, yeah, as we've been hearing, they're calling it, well, it's only, for TV purposes, it's called the Paul Levesque era, but Cody Rhodes coined it as the Renaissance era for WWE, for wrestling in general. So I guess we're going to go with that as being the Renaissance era for this new time in WWE and pro wrestling in general. What I saw tonight was just a lot, but we're talking about the main event. I'm just all over the place right now, but man, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes part 2, the next year. And I mean, Roman was giving Cody the business. He was giving him the business at the beginning of this match. I was just like, wow, I don't even think he needs the goddamn bloodline the way this is going right now. He is kicking the shit out of Cody, beating his ass. And then, Cody got back into it and it became a good 101. I mean, this was one of the best matches that I've actually seen from Roman Reigns. That guy, he looked good. He looked really, really good, and he defended his belt. I can't blame him for that. That man was doing the damn thing tonight. I got to give him his props. Give me 1 second.
You in the form of the
Yeah.
clamps?
Huh? Yeah, I was, I got to give him his props. Hell yeah. Woohoo. Yeah. I was thoroughly entertained by Roman Reigns, and he did the damn thing tonight. Um, I'm not even looking at my notes. Let me look at my notes real quick because I'm literally just going up the top of my head. I should have known something. I should have known something was up when Roman did that last ride in the middle of the ring. Nobody called it that, but that's what it was. And I should have known right then and there. I'm like, Undertaker's here, maybe. But like I said, yeah, he was dominating most of that match. Cody hit a nice power slam on Roman, and then I don't even know how I lost count at how many crossroads Cody hit Roman with. I mean, it had to be at least 10 by the time the match was over. But Roman hit Cody with the crossroads, and then the shit that he said after that, after Cody kicked out of the pin, he said to Cody and to Paul Heyman, he said, "I only did that to show you that everybody kick out of that shit." He said, "Nobody wins. You don't." He's like, "Nobody wins using that move." Like he's like, "I could do this forever." He said, "I love beating the shit out of you." Like I was like, "Damn!" Roman was talking his shit, and I was loving it. And then that shield bomb through the table, I was like, "Okay, hint, hint, again." um, and then the Superman punch combo from that shield bomb, I was like, "All right, this might be it." And then, of course, we get down to the nitty gritty of the deep waters of the match, and it looked like Cody was about to get it, and then Jimmy comes out. I'm like, "Oh shit, here we go with the bullshit with the bloodline. Here they come." And then we get Jay. Jimmy and Jay meet up on the ramp, start eating and no eating and super kick, and then next thing you know, fucking Jay spears Jimmy off the fucking stage. I'm like, "What the hell?" I was like, "All right, well, they're done because they look like they're dead." And then we get we get back into the match, and here comes Solo. You know, it basically looked like a repeat of last year, and I'm like, ain't that some shit? That would be crazy if this is how this goes down. And sure enough, Cody kicks out, and now, oddly enough, I don't know if I was the only one that caught it, but like Solo was screaming at Roman, like, get up and finish his story, get up, let's go, we got to get him. And then Roman's like, I know. And I'm just like, wow, the lack of respect, huh? This young boy talking to the tribal chief like that. Mm-mm. And then they hit him with that combo spear, Samoan spike. And I was like, all right, now this shit is over. Because I'm like, there's no way. I mean, but then, Super Cody kicked out again. And I'm just like, wow. And now Solo looked like he's about to rip his fucking hair out. And then John Cena comes out, and that whole fucking stadium went bananas. And I'm just like, oh shit. Because the last thing I saw was, he still, it's an insurance issue, and he has Peacemaker to make in another month or so. So don't expect anything from Cena. And then boom, here he comes running his ass down to the ring. And I'm just like, oh man, this is insane. Avengers, assemble. Jay, what you got, Jay?
Bro, oh my God. This had to be, like I said, possibly the greatest Mania of all time. The best match I've ever possibly seen in all my 43 years of living on this earth. Like, oh, Roman Reigns, great run, my guy. Kudos to you for having that run and taking us through the COVID era and now ending it at the Levesque era. So, that right there is out there as a big thank you. Thank you, my tribal chief. You're now just another average Joe. Other than that, like with this match, man, the way they was delivering Roman, the tape, when Roman put that table away, I kind of felt it in my eyes, like, yo, Roman never likes tables. He seems to never want to use them in any match because he feels, he could get hurt himself just as much using it than using the chair or a kendo stick. And he used those weapons. And even that figure four Cody did, homage to Ric Flair, also does he did the rock bottom too. So it was like so much different things were being done that we were like, oh shit, he's doing these guys moves. Because every move that like Roman was doing, I was writing it down next to it. When he did the last ride, that's exactly what I put. I put last ride by Taker. That's what I put. And then when you know when he was just hitting those moves, I was just like, wow, bro, this shit was just bananas. Then when Jay put Jimmy through the, speed him through the tables, that was like a what the fuck type moment because it was just that was like the beginning of the what the fucks. That's all I kept on saying because when Solo was doing this thing and he was telling Roman what he was telling him, I was like, yeah, young bull, you finally got some pep in your step. You're using your mouth. Your cousin ain't doing shit, and you here trying to help him and everything, and it's unsuccessful. I at one point was like, wait a minute, the Solo take an attempt at his own cousin, like, bro, you can't do the job. Don't let me fuck you up, type shit. I thought maybe that would have been a twist, but here we go. John Cena, the last person that missed the Solo beat, maybe 40, 50 matches ago. Here we go. The first surprise. And that shit was even crazy because John Cena was delivering AAs to him, to Roman. You're like, wow. And then here comes The Rock. And then I hit the guys in the chat. And I'm like, yo, don't tell me we're going to get Roman and Rock part 3. And you see them looking in the crowd like they did way back when it was for part 1 and part 2. And I was just like, oh, man. Is this the setup that The Rock was talking about for the end of the year? Quite possibly having, starting to bring part 3 up with those two. Man, then he rock bottom, does the rock bottom, all this other stuff, and here we go, the Undertaker. Holy shit! Out of nowhere, the Undertaker comes out, choke
No, before
slam.
the Undertaker, there was somebody quick fast right before the Undertaker that shocked the Rock. Remember Jay after the Rock when
Doom,
he
doom,
did.
doom, 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 doom,
Oh,
doom,
oh,
doom, doom.
oh, the Shield shit. Yes, I totally skipped Seth. Jesus Christ. I thought honestly that was gonna be Dean. I thought Moxley got out his contract some way somehow.
Me too. Me too.
I was
I
like,
was like, no way.
what?
Honestly, I think the announcers were feeling the same way as us because they was like, "There's no way, no way." I'm just like, well, if they don't get off of this stupid ass camera view, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Everybody
They
looking
was
around and shit.
the camera view was as if someone was coming from that top of the crowd of Shield style. So
But
that's what I was waiting for. Like, yo, is Dean coming? Come
but I
on.
don't like it only because of the fact that we didn't really get to see Seth come in the ring. By the time that they turned the camera, it was just
He got
Roman
Superman
knocking his
punch.
ass out. Yeah, I'm just like, what the fuck was the point of that? But continue
he
on.
came in. He came in and got hit like if he was Spider Man in the Avengers. Like, bloop, that one little hit destroyed him. And then with that surprise and having all of this happen with the Taker as well, it was just like it. I was like, wait a minute, we're just one more person away from making this whole Mania explode. As far as if Stone Cold was to have been in the building and he was just to come help and finish this off, it would have been like attitude and ruthless aggression era vibes in that ring. That shit was just like bananas, bro. I counted at least maybe 9 Cody cutters in this match total. Like I was counting them shits, and maybe I missed one. I don't know, but I counted at
Crossroads.
least. I mean, crossroads, yeah, about 9 crossroads in
I
this
was saying that
match.
I was like, it had to be about 9 or 10. I was like, because goddamn. So when you think about it, he didn't just beat him on 3; he beat him on fucking 9. Like that's how you make a champion like that go out in good, in good fashion. It wasn't an easy
Right.
match.
Right, because I was like, yo, the way I remember when he beat Seth, he beat Seth with that same crossroads 3 times, like in a row. So, it was wild because we knew the ending was coming. And even during the match, Roman told Cody, "You gonna miss me, bitch, when I'm gone." And then you hear Pat McAfee was like, you hear my tribal chief talking that shit. I was like, yo, Pat, you on the next level. We already see that next level vibe where everybody could just be free in their talk. That shit was cool as fuck. And oh man, the way it ended, everybody in there in the ring celebrating with him, picking him up, cheering, talking to him. It was a moment that you might not ever see like that again because it's a ushering into something different. And now we're gonna be presented just the best of wrestling. Like The Rock really said it, and it's true. If you look at it, wrestling from all genres, including ours, is great. Wrestling is at an all-time high. There was times where wrestling was down for a minute, and people were saying, "Oh, wrestling this, wrestling that. It's not real. It's not that." Now look at this. Look at the flock of fans we're getting. Look at the
Mhm.
viewership. It's crazy.
Bro,
That is like,
the amount of people that reached out to me over this weekend and was like, "Oh yeah, I was watching WrestleMania." I'm like, "What? You were watching WrestleMania since when? How come I didn't know this? Like, you're a closeted wrestling fan." And I'm like, why? Maybe because, like you said, at one point in time, it was so bad, it was down. But now it's like, I flaunt it. I don't give a shit. Most of my social media is just me posting about this and about, WWE. And I have no bad feelings about it. I'm not embarrassed about it. It is my hobby. That's my thing. And
Right,
I'm with
right.
it. And you know what,
Oh,
guys? What I noticed was it was when you talk about a new era, they definitely washed away pretty much the last remains of Vince this
right,
weekend. Roman was a
right.
Vince project and story, his reign. Gunther, same thing. 666 days that leads back into the Vince era. What else? Like that was those two things were like the biggest things. So yeah, I'm ready for
Cause
this
like,
new era. I don't know about y'all.
cause you know what's the crazy thing? Like what you were saying a few seconds ago. Like I went to the store earlier today, and there's this the guy at the counter. He's told me before, like every time I go into the store, he's like, "Damn, what are you watching?" And he tells me I haven't had a TV in 20 years, but I made sure that I watched WrestleMania. I said, "What?" He was like, "Yeah,
Mhm.
everybody was talking about The Rock, and I decided to get me a TV." So, wow.
You know what's crazy too?
Oh,
Well, I have two things. One, because this is stuff that we talk about in the chat. But remember my homegirl who joined us last week, my homegirl
mhm,
team?
mhm.
And then I showed y'all that she said that she hasn't watched wrestling since, back in the Attitude Era. But
Right.
because of the job that that we do here and the storytelling and I guess the points and stuff that we do, she said, remember I told you, she said she'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow she'll start fresh. She has somewhat of an idea, but she wants to get a full idea of what we're talking about so she can join in on the conversation. And then tonight, my best friend, she was at one of our mutual friends' job, which is at a bar, and they had WrestleMania on, and she said it was crazy. It was packed in there, people with their championships and stuff, and it was during the Bailey versus Io Sky match, and she was like, I've heard you talk about Bailey a few times on the podcast, but since I don't watch, I don't know who you're talking about. She said, but right now I see who Bailey is, and I was like, so now you get to put the face to the name and all the conversations that we've had over the past few months, and that was exciting to me because I'm like, she hasn't watched wrestling since we were kids too, so she only knows about certain guys because of the fact that we used to play the game a lot together. But other than that, she doesn't know anything about the week to week stuff. And she was just like, wow, yeah. So she was giving me her point of views and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
this is amazing to me. I was like, wow, will she start watching? I don't know. But the fact that, she could put faces to the names that she knows by listening, because she listens to us basically every time we come on. And she was like, I remember Cody and I remember Roman. I don't know too much about them, but I remember them. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you use them a lot in the games. So this is just amazing. This weekend was amazing. The amount of people, again, like I said, that watched and maybe they watched just for The Rock and they got introduced to new people, or maybe they're just like us. I mean, it was an amazing weekend. Night two was amazing. Mother Nature, you did your thing. I'm not gonna knock night one. Night one probably would have been just as hype if it wasn't so cold, and that killed the audience. And that to me killed the performers. You're not getting feedback too much from the audience, which you're out there for, and it's cold as shit. So I'm not gonna not night one at all. It's some things you just can't control, like the weather.
And
Shay?
you know what's crazy? Hold on 1 second. You know what's the crazy part though? Like we were saying with the guys that actually came out, Des, if you notice, those were like when Taker and The Rock were face to face, those were basically the last two guys from you could say right now from the Attitude Era, and then we got John Cena, the leader of
Oh
the
yeah,
ruthless aggression era, put together to start the new era, which is how Cody did it at the end. He brought out Triple H. Boom, the Triple H era now is official. That was cool.
right.
I like how that unfolded. So
And you know what?
this like
Honestly
oh
though, who? I mean, even if you would have had Stone Cold, but who? I mean, the leader of the locker room back then was the Undertaker, and who else to put the Rock in his fucking place? I mean, honestly, that was great storytelling, right or wrong though. Like that's great
right.
storytelling right there. Who else to put this final boss in his place but the Undertaker, the guy, the Did you hear how crazy that goddamn stadium went when they heard that gong? I turned my damn TV up to like 5. I was screaming myself like, wait, no way. I was like, no way, Triple H. I said, no fucking way. And then the lights went out, came back on, and I'm like, this motherfucker really pulled this out. I'm like, nah. Oh man.
Man, just the pops all three of them got tonight. Like Cena's pop was crazy too.
Yeah,
Like just
because
the
I mean, why
wow.
not? Why not? Cena is Cena. I can admit to that. He's Cena. And it's just stuff that you wasn't, thinking that was gonna happen. Yes, everything that we read on the internet does not happen and it's not always true. So, I brought this up a few weeks ago about Austin and Taker and Cena, but I'm like, it doesn't. I mean, it it didn't mean that it was going to happen.
Right.
You see, you got 2 out of the 3. You didn't get Austin. Maybe he was just like, nah, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Or maybe he might be down the line or something like that. You never know. But yeah, I just think like that was an amazing. I've never seen an ending to a match or a Mania like that in my life. I mean, the energy, the fact that you can actually feel the fans, the audience was just insane, bro. Insane. And I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, that crowd was insane all night long. But I mean, at that point, from when Jay came out, the crowd was just lit. And then it just got bigger and bigger. Even when The Rock came out, he's the bad guy, but it's the fucking Rock. Like, hell yeah, we're gonna
Right.
still
Like,
cheer for this motherfucker. Like, and then see, like, yeah. Shane,
like it was
what are your
just one of
thoughts on
those
this,
times.
Shane? Get in this,
Yeah,
Shane.
yeah, Shane. Yeah, Shane. Sorry.
No, sorry. Get into this, Shane.
No,
We
no,
can
no,
move
no.
round robin.
Don't no. First off, don't say sorry. And secondly, you two guys, you keep at it because I'm really enjoying this, which is exactly the reason why I had you two guys talk. Because I wanted to catch you two guys while you was on this high from this match that we're talking about. So that's exactly what's happening right now. It's exactly what I have planned, which is why I asked for us to start at 11, because I
Right.
knew around 11:30 that we would be like a little low on our high and then start to dwindle into other topics. But this is exactly what I wanted. So no, you guys are doing awesome right now. So if you have any last names that you want to say about this main event,
Right.
please go right ahead. And then I'm gonna add in some notes to close it out. But no, please, if there's anything else that you think needs to be said, it's open for you guys, both you, Des, and Jay.
Yeah.
Like,
I only got 2 things. Two things real quick. Did you both see the video that I shared in the chat like a few
no.
minutes ago?
Mm-mm. I
Yes, I
haven't looked
did.
yet.
All right.
I,
So
I
Shane,
said wow. I said
so
wow. Yeah.
all right. So Shane, then I'll address it to you then. But first, Shane, did you see the face that The Rock had when he heard that gong? He knew he was in fucking trouble. He knew it. It was just like, yo, he back to the days of when he was back in WWF and working here day after day. He knew exactly what the fuck was about to happen. He was like, God damn it.
I
God
mean,
damn. That's why he was trying to talk himself up. He's like, I'm the final boss. Like, God damn. Yeah. Go ahead,
yeah,
Shane.
yeah. Everybody that's in the culture knows exactly what that gong is. You don't even need the whole series of them. Just hear the one gong, and we already know what's going to happen. And he knew that the taker was behind him. He didn't want to turn around because he
Yeah.
knew his ass standing right there. You can feel him looking at you. And as soon as you turned around, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go. There.
And Shane, real quick, so the people that's listening can know, I shared a video in our chat a few minutes ago, and the video, Shane, can you please explain to the people what the video was and your thoughts on it?
It was, thank you to whoever shared that video. It was a fan that was actually there, and they managed to zoom in as much as they can because they was way, way up on top. They showed the shot of Roman Reigns hugging Paul Heyman, and it was at the top of the ramp. So I guess while all the celebration was going on in the ring, Roman Reigns walked up to Paul Heyman and just embraced him, and that was a sign right there that yeah, this is it. This is the end of a historic run. And believe it or not, Jay and Des, don't forget, Roman Reigns, in fact, made history again tonight by beating Hulk Hogan's record for main eventing the most main events. Yesterday was 8, he tied, and then he broke it tonight at 9. So this was an awesome night for both Roman and Cody because yeah, how do you say Cody and Sami Zayn has something in common. They are both guys the one in 666 days, and then in Cody's story, he's one in 1,314 days for Roman. Des,
That's
is that amazing or what?
that is amazing. It really is. It really is. I mean, and we'll never see anything like that again. I mean, this is my first time ever witnessing somebody hold a championship belt for damn near 4 years. Like that shit is fucking crazy. And I give him his props, bro. Like he held it down from when there was nobody in the arena. It was just videos of, not even videos, but just screens with fans' faces on it. He held it down all the way through there, and we should have known with that whole A&E project that they did last Sunday that this was the end. And it was fitting. I mean, I give my all. I again, hell yeah, woohoo, yeah. I give it to Roman Reigns. I give it to the Bloodline. I give it to Paul Heyman. I give it to Triple H, the Usos, Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa. You guys kept us entertained for years and guessing for years and hating you, but loving you and hating you for years. And Shane and Jay, what's next for Roman Reigns? Does he step aside like he said in the documentary? He said that if he loses, he's done. Or is there another journey or something else that he can do? Or do you just think like, because I know he said that he's too young to retire. He wants more, but he starts back at the bottom again. Like, is he the big dog all over again, guys?
That's a tough one. It's as of right now, I can't answer that question because that question is a question that I have in my head also, as well as, well, is he still considered the tribal chief? There's so many questions that I'm sure that's going to be answered moving forward, but right now it's like I don't know. Because Des and Jay, I'm really beginning to feel that whenever I predict something, something else happens. Something else happens that even you guys have even guessed. I tell you what though, Lawan, he's a pretty good guesser, and then Jay is also a pretty good guesser. We need to get these two guys together. I'm telling you, let's go to a casino or something and let's just like clean house because these guys are really good predictors. But yeah, before we move forward, Des and Jay, are you guys how you guys are feeling right now after letting all of that excitement, all of that emotion come out as you explained what you just witnessed? How you guys feeling?
I feel good. I mean, it wasn't just this match that was amazing. It was the entire night as a whole. And I just want to, I have one little addition to the storyline. Obviously, it's a guess, but what if after this loss, right? Roman Reigns is still the tribal chief, but The Rock assumes the position of leader of the bloodline, and Roman goes away, and The Rock is still the final boss and running shit, still being disruptive. And then eventually Roman comes back, and there's heat there. Like, I'm still the tribal chief. And The Rock's like, well, if you were, then you would be the champion too, but you didn't get that done, did you? And there's heat there that leads up into WrestleMania 41. What do you guys think about that?
I.e., these guys fighting for tribal chief status?
Yeah.
That's sexy. I like that. Let's do that, Triple H. Let's do that. Jay, what you say, man?
I can see that happening in the fall. I don't see it happening now just because um we was already kind of told by The Rock that he was going to go away to film a movie these next few months, so he's definitely not going to be around, and maybe neither is Roman.
Yeah, both of them,
So
both of them will not be around. I'm sorry, Jay, but you're right. That was something that I meant to mention to you guys last night. That Rock said once night two is over, he's flying out to shoot. I think I mentioned this last night. I feel like I did,
right,
but he's
right,
out.
right.
He's out to shoot a movie. Roman's going to be on a vacation for a bit, and but yeah, they still laid the groundwork like The Rock said. But continue, Jay. I'm sorry.
Because honestly, what I was hearing from Roman yesterday as well in his interview, he was like, they asked him, how does he feel about breaking the record, and he was like, I'm already looking at 10. So that gets me to think that Roman has at least one more Mania in him before he hangs it up, in my opinion.
But again, when in that whole bio, he said he was too young to be retiring. He's still in his 30s, not even in his 40s. He's in his 30s still, and he was like, "This is this is his thing. This is what he does. This is what he loves." I don't see him retiring anytime soon, Jay. I don't.
I could actually see him getting drafted by Raw and him reviving his a rivalry with Seth. I could see some shit like that. Start some new rivalries over there.
But, I mean, he
He's done
done
it.
punched this nigga in the face and then hit him in the back. Like, he had an option to hit Cody, but he went for Seth. Like, what the fuck that was about, bruh?
Yeah, you just started a different rivalry because look, maybe Seth is gonna be out for some time, and now he's gonna be out for some time, and by the time they come back, it's gonna be draft night or something, or the week after the draft or whatever,
Damn
and
it. I'm sorry.
that shit could
I'm
happen.
sorry. No, I'm sorry, Jay. That's again something. I have a whole bunch of news clips and stuff that I was supposed to report from tomorrow, but it's more relevant on this weekend. Yes, Seth was another one that was supposed to be taking some time off after Mania as well, uh, which is now, I guess, and possibly Becky Lynch as well, which is why she was looking the way she looked last night. I am so sorry, guys. I failed y'all. I don't know why. I should have just said this stuff during the weekend instead of trying to hold it for tomorrow. But there's so much.
Yeah, you could have easily held it for tomorrow, but be glad that you said it today. But no, fellas, you didn't see why, that part when Roman had the chair and he looked at both Cody and Seth with his shield, like he had the shield clothes on, because this was a reminder. Because don't forget, Seth hit Roman with the chair. That's how he turned his back on the shield. So when Roman hit Seth, that was revenge. That was sweet revenge that we waited a long time for. And I think one of the ring announcers, one of the guys at the table, even said that. I think that was why he came out in the Shield uniform and with the Shield music, and everything does happen exactly the way it happened, with the camera pointing towards the crowd, because that's where we usually see them come out, and we're waiting for him or somebody to come out that way. Who I would have like jumped out of my skin if Dean Ambrose and Seth both came down them steps. Can you imagine? God damn. We would have blew that roof off, even though they don't have one. But yeah, that is what I saw, and I think that's why that happened. But yeah, this was, before I even continue, I need to give a special, special shout out to the ring announcer for the entire WrestleMania night 1 and 2, for Miss Samantha Irvin. Oh my goodness. She announced the hell out of this PLE, possibly her best work. Congratulations to you, Sam. And if anyone deserves a vacation, it's definitely you, because you definitely did your thing. And so did Roman. Roman, dude, congratulations, man, on making history, breaking records, helping put in seats and asses, headlining more than anyone, and you rocked it. You rocked it till till the wheels fell off. You milked it till there's no more milk in that cow. So now we're transitioning, and I wish you the best, and I really hope, and Des, I know you right here next to me when I say whatever you do with Roman, make sure it makes sense. Make
Mm-hmm.
it make sense from beginning to the end, or to whenever. Don't just throw his ass in Raw just because he haven't been in Raw, and don't just start a whole new story that's just like out of the blue. He's too big for that. Make it make sense. Cody, congratulations to you. I guess you're now SmackDown, or
You
maybe
gotta
you're both. But you got
no.
it right. You definitely got to be on the
He
Fox, because you
he got to
got
be on. Yeah, you got to be on SmackDown. That's their belt.
got to be on SmackDown, right? But then again, just like with Roman, I can see him dipping in and out on Raw ever so often, just to say hi and to hear his chant and go, hey, so, what you guys want to talk about. But but this whole thing, it was just absolutely beautiful, the way everybody came out, to say congratulations. We finally get to see, Brandy, his wife Brandy, in the sexy outfit, and standing next to him and actually like participating in the story, rather than like how last year she was sitting out in the audience with their daughter. And it was cool to see her there, but I wanted to see her do something to be involved. And she was way more involved tonight. So shout out to her backing up her man. And it was just good to see everybody come out and to show him love. And I was shocked to see Des and Jay help me out. Who was the guy that Cody called out before Triple H? He was the guy with the glasses. We always see him in the documentaries.
Bruce
Bruce,
Pritchard.
aka Brother Love.
Yeah, the first manager
Yeah.
of the Undertaker.
Yeah. I said, hey, look at this guy. Like, because we always see him on TV on the documentaries. So it was interesting to, to finally see him, come out and get some air and, get into the ring and, be part of the celebration. Like, that whole thing was just absolutely amazing and very emotional, and this is the image, everyone, of the beginning of a new era. And I'm excited, maybe evenly or not as excited as Des and Jay, because these guys, they were so excited. You should have seen the way we was talking to the chat. I was like, oh hell no, what time is it? Dudes, we got to start this immediately at 11 o'clock. And obviously we're going to talk about this main event first, so that we could work off this high and then talk about the rest of this awesome night 2 of Mania. So anything else before we move on, Jay and Des? or are we good to hit the first match?
I would just
Oh
say,
man,
I would just say real quick, just play through the messages so we can just get that out the way, and then so you can
Sure,
start fresh.
sure.
Commercial break.
Anything else? Like other than that, like I'll play the message that you guys, say your final piece from the main event. Jay, Jay.
my final piece from this main event is that, man, if I wasn't high earlier, man, this fight made me super high. Like the adrenaline it put into me, man, it felt like I was there with the crowd and the emotion that they felt, and just everything that was happening. It was like, what was the sense of sitting down in your seat or sitting down on the couch? Like, bro, this shit just had you standing up. Like, what's next? Who? What? Like, man, this was like the best moment I've ever felt in my entire life watching wrestling, fellas.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm gonna try to simmer down a little bit, cool off. I'm gonna sit on the shelf outside and cool off as we listen to these messages. All right. So here we go, Mr. Sparkle Booty.
What is up, fellas? Hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on your time zone. It's your boy Knives, coming through to give you some good love, positive vibes. Wrestlemania Night 2. Let's talk about it.
Let's.
So, here's the thing about the main event. It was a good, solid match. It was a Roman Reigns match. It dragged on and on and on. And then we got every fucking run in forever. And then finally we got the payoff of Cody becoming champion. This was undercut by the fact that right before this, I saw the best match of the entire fucking weekend. I challenge you to disagree.
Interesting. What would that be?
But yeah, so we're done with Roman and Seth, right? Like we're done with Roman and Seth now, right? We can send them to the farm over the rainbow, right? It's fine. Let's get them an Airbnb in the Caymans. Let them take a nice, like, extended vacation. Something short, nothing too long, maybe like 4 to 6 years, and then we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, maybe they'll go to the Undertaker. What was that? The bed and bath, whatever you call that.
Okay, so I just came off a show where we were doing like a live reaction, and I'm watching this, and Solo comes out, and Solo's there, and I'm like, okay, like Jimmy came out, and then we got Jay for him. So who do we got for Solo? I mean, the last time I remember Solo being relevant was John Cena. No, you fuckers are gonna bring out John Cena for this shit, and then they did. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Surprise, surprise, man.
And then Undertaker showing up in fucking street clothes. It's just like, for real? For real? Like, you couldn't get Stone Cold for this shit? Like Austin and Rock. That's the thing right there. Right? You get Austin to come in, flip off Rock, stunner, and then we're out of here.
Okay, hold on. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you done pissed me off, Nas. I normally see eye to eye with you, but bro, pay attention. The Undertaker said that whole character, the mystique of that character is gone. So you will never see him dressed up as the dead man anymore. Yes, you'll get the gongs and stuff like that, but that's only because of him doing a favor for Triple H. Because Triple H likes that character. But you will never get the dead man in full character anymore. He stated that maybe about a year or two ago by now. So get over it. Back to you, Shane.
And let us continue. We have.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love The Undertaker as much as the next guy, okay? He is legendary. He's on the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers of all time. But at the same time, I'm totally fine never seeing him in a ring again. That's cool with me. Like, we got any basketball fans? Would you want to see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar play a basketball game right now?
Yes.
No. He's like 60.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Now.
And
like,
Stone Cold is
hang him out. We're done. We don't need you for this.
Stone Cold's older than the fucking Undertaker. Are you kidding me? Did you not see his last match? Are you kidding me? He was moving so fucking slow. KO had to carry that whole shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You think you can do another stunner? The last one we saw was a shit show. Usa.
There you go, Jay. You see that, Jay? He done got him revved up.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm dialing it back.
But here, maybe your tag team partner will help you dial back a bit for what he said.
What's up, fellas? Shane, Triple J, Mundo, what's up? It's good to see y'all. Night 2 was epic. The final match, it was great. Probably one of the greatest matches I haven't seen in a long, long time. So I'm very happy that it ended that way. The only thing I had concerns was what the fuck the Undertaker has to do with it. But hey, if that's what WWE want to do, that's what they want to do. But excellent match from beginning to end, man.
Why?
Night two,
Why?
shout out to night two.
Why? Shane, I'm trying to.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, Lawan, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me? Did you not listen to anything I said earlier? I said out of everybody, who was the leader of the fucking locker room, who everybody respected the most? You kidding me? Who else would put The Rock in his fucking place?
I actually do. Lawan actually left a message. Maybe he'll have an answer.
Only
He
reason why
said.
I say the Undertaker also is because his last few matches his last matches, they haven't been looking up to par really. So I don't know if his knees is working again right now, but his last
What last
matches,
few matches?
they weren't all that. That's the reason why I feel that way.
Okay, so you clearly didn't watch his documentary when he said when he had that match with fucking Roman Reigns when we all thought he retired, he needed hip surgery right after that. Once he got it, he faced Cena, but Vince only gave them 5 minutes, so he had to do everything in 5 minutes. And then the fucking COVID hit. They couldn't even get in the ring. So what we talking about? What we talking about?
I know what we're talking about. I'm gonna cheer. Let's cheer. Let's cheer Mr. Mundo up before he gets the Bruce Banner eyes and starts to turn into the incredible Des Taker. So we're gonna talk about match number 1 in Mania Night 2. First of all, we want to say thank you to Snoop Dogg. We're gonna jump ahead and I'm just gonna say, the numbers. So last night we had 72,543. And tonight we had 72,755 for a total of around, with 2 nights, 145,420. Those are big numbers, big numbers.
Shane, you know what was the crazy shit that they showed on the screen? The screen showed 145,298. I think the only reason why Snoop said that at the end 420 was because he smokes weed.
Oh, it was rumored that he was probably high too.
Well, he said it during the match that I mean, with the match that he called, he was basically insinuating that he was high. Michael Cole insinuated that he was getting high with him too, and so did McAfee. Now that I think about it, they all was saying that they basically was on the bus getting high. The fuck? Now that I think about it. But yeah, the numbers that he gave was for 2 nights together, so that's insane.
Yeah, either number is still insane, because when he said that, I said, wait a minute, I had to take out my calculator and dial. But yeah, the number that you said, Jay, thank you for the correct number. That's the actual correct number. So, fellas, Des and Jay, let's go to match number 1, and this is it's a title match for the World Heavyweight Championship. We're starting off strong here with Seth freaking Rollins and Mr. Social Media King Drew McIntyre. Des, we're going to start with you, and then Jay to follow as to your thoughts on this match.
Well, I'm gonna back us up a little bit to right before the match started. We had a surprise guest that opened up night 2 for us, Stephanie McMahon. I was in like, oh shit, it was Stephanie.
No way.
Oh, Shane, you didn't know?
I didn't know, basically, because I did not catch the first 15 minutes because I was late. But no, I did not know that. So it wasn't Triple H, it was her.
No, yeah, it was Stephanie McMahon. She came out and she was like, she basically said that we are in a new era now. We are in the Paul Levesque era. And then she was like, this, basically gave us the welcome to WrestleMania. She pulled a "Are you ready?" She said, "No, are you ready?" The fans was just going crazy because it's Stephanie. Like, we love fucking Stephanie. We haven't seen her on TV in WWE in forever. Friday was the first time we've seen Stephanie since she quit. So yeah, she opened up WrestleMania for us tonight. And if you scroll up in our chat, you see that me and Jay were going crazy because that was so unexpected. But anyway, so after she said all that,
quick question.
Music.
Quick question while we're on that subject. And Jay, maybe you can answer also. Is this a sign that she is going to come back in the background, or possibly we'll see her more in this new Triple H era? Like, was tonight an introduction of her coming back?
Jay, I'll let you answer that. Go ahead, Jay, since you're triple.
But honestly, like, yo, the first thing I felt off that was like I messaged it to Des and I said, bro, we got the women's North American title announcement yesterday, and then now we get Stephanie McMahon is the women's IC title next. Like, is she a part of the board now or something? Because it just gave me that vibe like she's back in the fold of things, and I want that because we will see, the continuance of what she was starting with this women's evolution. And bro, it's the right time for her, the right picking. And like when they showed her coming out, Des, I'm not sure, but when they showed her new song when she came out, I could have sworn I just saw Stephanie. I don't know if they put McMahon up
Oh, they
there
did.
on the screen. They did.
They
All
said
right.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
even Samantha said it too. I was looking for that. I was like, oh, no, yeah, they're saying her
Okay.
name, Stephanie McMahon. They showed her name, and then even Pat McAfee said it too. So yeah, it's not like saying Vince. It's Stephanie. We know Stephanie. Oh, and Shane,
Um,
for your just for FYI, Shane, they opened up with that new signature that we saw last night for night one. They opened it up again this tonight with that same signature. So obviously that's the Triple H era signature moving forward.
Really? Not the one that Jay was talking about that he thought they was going to go back to? So this is the permanent. Cool. One more thing, Des, before you don't do that. Don't do that. We're gonna behave.
You
We're gonna
started.
behave today. We're gonna behave. I'm gonna behave. I'm sorry. But yeah, Des, before you continue on talking about the match, why don't you do that awesome thing that you do in terms of welcoming everyone that is joining us and listening to us today?
Oh, okay. I wasn't ready, but welcome everyone to the Three Bells Podcast, Night 2, WrestleMania 40 recap. Lawan, Knives, Drew, and our guy, What the Boom. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. How was that?
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Which is why I asked you to do that, because only you can do that. You may
Oh,
continue.
come on. Come on, you treat me like I'm Samantha. Come on now, cut it out. But all right, so yeah, we get into our first match, the World Heavyweight Championship match for the second night in a row, starting off the pay-per-view, which in my opinion is a good idea. You got to separate those two belts, the WWE Women's Championship and the WWE Championship. By the way, everyone, that's what it will be referred to as moving forward. The Universal title is now dead and gone with Roman's reign and is now the WWE Championship once again. So, anyway, the entrance of Drew McIntyre scared the shit out of me because they played Roddy Piper's entrance theme with a live, pipe band. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I'm like, what? Because this guy's gone. Jay wrote it in the chat, like, oh, they playing Piper's music. And I'm like, oh, that scared me. But anyway, that led into his theme coming on and him coming out in his all black and looking very ready and pissed off and let's get it. So he gets down to the ring. Jay, did you write down the name of the guys and girls that came out with Seth? Was it a mum group or something like that? Did they say that?
I have no idea. I have no
Dude.
clue.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think Seth might have had the best intro for tonight out of everybody because I really enjoyed it. It was weird as fuck, but it paid tribute to the town that we were in. It was something called a mum band or something like that. They were very, dressed really like very colorful and flashy and big. And apparently, this is something that they do in Philadelphia during New Year's Eve. And they played Seth's intro. They played his song, and the crowd was, singing along to the song. And Seth came out, flashy as hell. But I know me and JB got a kick out of it. I really was like, at first, I was like, what the hell is this? But I'm like, oh, this is cool. So then, Seth gets down to the ring, and Samantha did her thing. And then as soon as ding, ding, ding happened, fucking Drew McIntyre hit Seth with a damn Claymore. And I had a flashback real quick. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston again. He just hit him with the fucking F5. I was like, oh my gosh. But Seth kicked out. And I'm like, thank God. Come on, Seth, please. So then, Drew started attacking Seth's knee and his back. He kept giving him a over the head toss outside of the ring, just over and over, and taking advantage of Seth's back, which was taped, and his knee was taped, and everything like that. And then Drew was too busy concentrating on CM Punk, who was at ringside, doing commentary, and he was like, "Oh, do you recognize this?" And then he was about to give him the DDT that fucked up Punk's arm, but then Seth counted it and turned it into a pedigree outside. And I'm like, "Oh shit!" And then Punk again, not a fan of either one of them. He's like, "Well, you're not going to win the match out here. You got to give his ass back in the ring and get the count." So Seth, brings him back into the ring, and then from that point on, they're just going back and forth, back and forth. Seth hit him with a powerbomb pedigree stomp combo, but Drew still kicked out of it. I was like, how the fuck? Mind you, we done seen the pedigree a few times. We saw the stomp a few times, and Drew just kept kicking out. And the same thing with Seth. I don't even remember how many times he got Claymored, but he just kept kicking out. And I remember writing in the chat, in the other chat, I was like, Seth is not trying to lose. And he was talking shit to Drew. And he was like, you're going to have to kill me if you want to win. And then Drew hit him with the last Claymore. And he got the 1, 2, 3 on Seth. And I was just like, oh, damn. I was so sad. It was a hell of a run for him. And Drew finally got his moment. And he finally won in front of people and expressed, and weirdly enough, the Philadelphia fans actually acknowledged him. They cheered him while he raised that championship belt, and he went outside the ring to his wife. He kneeled on one knee and presented her the belt. He kissed her, and then I think this is when everything went left. He should have been more humbled, but instead he's standing there. You hear CM Punk talking. He's trying to give him props, and next thing you know, Drew turns towards Punk, and he walks over to Punk, clears the table off, throws the belt on the table, and he starts walking onto the table like he's a goddamn cat or some shit, walking, getting closer to Punk. And then he starts talking shit to CM Punk. And funny enough, at first, Punk was like, I can't hear anything you're saying because I have headphones on and all this other stuff. So then Drew starts talking more. Obviously, we can't really hear either because the cameraman didn't get close enough, but it was just a good back and forth between the two of them. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. You know what? I see the future. It's gonna be Punk versus Drew for the title. I'm like, oh shit, that'll be great. And then Drew did the unthinkable. He got up and did the crotch chop right in front of Punk's face. So disrespectful. And Pat McAfee was like, oh my gosh. Punk had enough. He got up. He tripped Drew. Drew falls, and then Punk takes off his fucking arm brace and beats fucking Drew's head in with the arm brace, and then he starts kicking him in the head and all this other shit. Jay, you can go ahead and take it from there, bro. This is so much more. So much more.
Just a
Yeah.
minute. Just 1 minute, Jay. Des, what makes you think that out of nowhere that Drew was going to, I don't know, like not be Drew because he won the belt? He did exactly what Drew was supposed to do. He was going to gloat. I would have done the same thing because he's been popping all of this smack to CM Punk this whole time. And now he is the brand new fresh champion. You goddamn right, he's going to do exactly what he's supposed to do and go over there and gloat and tease him and go, see this right here? Yeah, look what I got. Look what you don't got. I got a belt and you got a brace on your arm. That's
pretty much
exactly what he was supposed to do. Like, what, he's going to humble himself because he's a winner now? Absolutely not. He don't know how to spell humble. Why does he have to?
that's pretty much what he said too, and that's the weird part. But what I'm saying is, in that same breath as he was doing that, CM Punk was actually giving him props for winning, even though he did say he beat a hobbled and basically a compromised Seth Rollins. So he did take away from it, but he tried not to. But it was obvious, like it's true.
So what? CM Punk said congratulations, and that's not going to make me change my mind. It's not going to make me humble myself. I'm going to keep on going. To be continued with the shade, right, Jay? Hit it, Jay.
Right, like he deserved everything that was coming to him as far as with the shade that he was throwing at him. He had to, like he's right there. I did it right in front of you. I won the title, and like I'm gonna go back to the beginning. When Seth came out, all I could feel was like as if I was in New Orleans and there was just like Mardi Gras going on and it's a straight vibe going on. That's what I got from it. Just straight up party, and then at the same time I'm like, yo, he has everything on him, looking flashy, and the coordination that it had, it delivered. It was colorful, and I was just like, I can imagine if this match happened at the night and they were glowing and the light, oh my gosh, it would have been just fire, even 10 times even better than what I've seen. But honestly, I think this was Seth Rollins' best entrance ever. Like, he delivered with everything on it, with what they brought coming down the ring. And also, like, during the match, I wrote it down too. Seth had got off 3 curb stomps, and Drew got off 4 claymores, bro. We got 7 finishes in one match. Like, what? Like, and after each one, you would probably think the fight was over, basically, but it wasn't. Like, it shit kept on going and going. And then when Drew won, after that next one, I was like, oh shit, oh shit. please, I kept saying, please, please, please. This shit better not end like this. He goes to his wife. I thought he was gonna leave, but when he took that turn left and looked at Punk, I said, "Uh-oh, something's gonna happen." That's all I kept on saying. And when he got up there and Punk took the brace off, shit, after that DX little bullshit he pulled, the sucking shit, you stirred the pot on him, to the point where you deserve that hit coming to you. And when he hit him and took the brace off, that all that made me think of was like, them two when it's time for them two to fight, this is gonna probably be one of the best matches Drew has in his career when it comes to fighting CM Punk because of all the anger and spew he has for this guy. And once all of that happened after Punk did what he did, we got fucking Priest's music. That was the moment I jumped out of my bed and screamed. I was like, finally, this man is stepping up. He's gonna do it. He comes in the ring. He comes around with the briefcases, runs right through Son with it. Boom! Takes him in the ring. South of Heaven chokeslam delivers. And oh my God, man, it's been 50 years since we had a Puerto Rican champion. That shit brought tears from my eyes because I thought this moment would never, ever happen. Like, Priest, you finally did it. All this shit I've been talking about, you did it. Like, finally. I wanted you to go after the big kahuna, but you got a championship, and now you're the leader. You're the leader, bro. That's it. Oh, and as he said when he walked up that ramp and they hugged him, he said, "Yo soy Boricua." And I felt that shit as far as being a Puerto Rican. I can imagine how the island felt. Like, the island probably shook as far as what wrestling fans from over there.
What does that
So,
mean?
what? Yo soy
I
Boricua?
don't. Yes, I don't
That means
speak that language.
that means I am Puerto Rican. That's what he
Ah,
said.
nice. That's nice.
And at that, he's a New Yorker. So that adds to it. Like, you bring a title home to the city as well. The first thing I could think of was the Puerto Rican Day Parade. If he's the sheriff for it, oh shit, that's gonna be big. Like, there's so much stuff now set up for Priest as far as being champion. It's gonna be huge. I'm ready for it. I'm happy.
See, and this is why I had Dez to lead because I knew that Dez was going to let Jay finish because he even mentioned in the chat how happy he was with just that moment. He was like, everything else, it just doesn't matter. Like, I'm like on a high right now. And being that you said everything so awesomely in more detail, I'm so glad that you was able to express what you just said. So congratulations to Damian Priest. You've made this guy here at the Three Bells podcast table Triple J ecstatic, and he's going to be right there front and center if you're going to be the grand marshal of that
Mm.
parade. We're all going to be there drinking tequila and looking for Lola Vice and looking for Electra Lopez.
Shane, real quick.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say I've been saying it all night. I'm gonna say it one more time. That Super South of Heaven chokeslam, that WrestleMania South of Heaven chokeslam was unfucking believable. I've never seen anybody put Drew McIntyre so high in the air in my life. Like, you felt that through the TV, man. Oh my gosh! Shout outs to Damien. Wow, wow.
He must have had the strength of all the guards from that island of Puerto Rico to help him lift his ass. He wanted everybody to see him like the Batman sign, the Batman jet that flew all the way up to the moon, perfectly in the moon, and then land down into the ring. That's what I saw. That was an awesome match. Congratulations to both Seth and Drew and newly titled Damian Priest. Seth, dude, you've had an awesome season. I mean, you've definitely proven why you're one of the greatest out there of all time, hands down. You're one of the greatest. So take some time off, man. You deserve it. Hang out with your beautiful wife. Hang out with your beautiful daughter in hell. Make some more beautiful daughters and awesome sons because you deserve it. Trust me. When you come back, you're going to be new. You're going to be fresh, and we're going to love you even more. So enjoy yourself, right, Des? Right, Jay? So with
Yep.
that being, yep, we get a yup from Des. We get a. I think Jay is still wiping the tears of excitement. We understand.
Shane, why? Why you say that shit for? You don't know. Like, I just did that. Honestly, really, like
No,
that shit.
because I understand the passion because what you're feeling. Let me put you like this here, Jay. What you're feeling tonight, Des, I don't know if you felt this way or not. I felt this way when Kofi Kingston won.
Hell
I
yeah.
was in tears also because that was a moment that was bigger than Kofi. Yes,
Yeah.
am I correct, Jay? I mean, am I correct, Des?
Right, right,
Yeah. I
right.
mean,
That was
you remember the
that was his
video I
moment.
sent? You remember the video I sent y'all the other day, right? With Shad and MVP when they were watching it and they were crying
Hmm.
and like he's a legitimate, like straight up black dude who won the championship, and that's something that we don't see that often, and that's the same thing how I felt when I seen Jade and Naomi and Bianca together. It's just representation. It matters, man. It really does matter, especially in a white male dominated sport as pro wrestling. Like it matters.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
And
like the first sign of it was just the sorry to cut you off, but the first sign of it was just the bump he took for Bad Bunny. That was the sign right there. Everything changed after that.
yeah, that was an awesome match also, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Bad Bunny because he left a very good impression on me. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, representation, it's important, and it's not about being racist or anything like that. It's just about seeing somebody that looks like you, and that image is saying, "Wow, that could be me." Whether it's black, whether it's Latino, whether it's a woman, whether it's a big guy like Ivar or a little guy like Tozawa, the representation and the representation of cultures, all of that matters because WWE, you can basically be anyone you want to as long as you're good and as long as you have a passion for the business, not for the money. You could go a long way here, and that's very important. You know what else is important? These messages that I'm about to play. Sparkle.
See, the difference is that, like, if Stone Cold comes out there moving slow and stuff, he can hit a stunner, throw up some fingers, and be gone. Like, Undertaker, if he's not doing the whole Undertaker thing, I don't need to see the Undertaker. Like, I'm not a fan of Mark.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there. We're gonna go with Lawan.
Also, we got a new WWE intro, dope intro.
Absolutely, we are officially in a new era, everyone. So that is going to be our new intro. Sparkle, say
Yeah,
something
so
good.
I took a nap before Mania, and then right when I woke up, Drew McIntyre had the title, and I was just like, yes, I got to miss the Seth Rollins match. Oh, man, Sky Genie loves me.
Well, he only had it for a few minutes, so
Great way to start night one. That was a great match, man. Even though Drew McIntyre whooped Seth Rollins' ass, man, like he was hitting him claymores, and them claymores was really hitting him. Like, woo, he was whooping that ass. And then at the end, like I predicted, like I've been telling you guys for a long time, that Damian Priest was gonna cash that money in the bank on him because they already got history from the tag team match that they had with against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins and Jey Uso. I forgot the name of that match they had
War
on Survivor
Games,
Series,
Survivor
the
Series War
name.
Games.
But y'all guys know what I'm talking about.
I think he does says that in this very next
War
message.
Games. Yep. War Games. That's the name of it.
He agreed with me.
But I'll tell you what, here you go, Lawan. Shout outs to you for guessing right. I'm
Shane,
telling you.
real quick, Shane. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's been a long time coming. I just want to give a shout out and a welcome back to one of the original guest co-hosts of Monday Night Raw podcast recap. My guy, your guy, our guy, Mr. Captain Planet. What's up? Welcome back, bro. What up? What up? Hopefully you enjoyed WrestleMania 40 weekend like we did. We would love to hear from you very, very soon. And you kept your word, my man.
Captain Planet, what's good, man? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hope all is good. Hope this isn't the last time we get to see you, man. Don't be no goddamn strangers. We don't like strangers. We like friends here at the Three Bells Podcast. And we like messages, apparently. What the boom?
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to see Priest finally get his moment. And, yeah, thanks to the locker room cancer, it came true, but whatever. Priest got to have his moment, and it was great. I can't wait to see what happens tomorrow now. I liked tonight better than last night. I gotta say that right now. Boom.
That's what I said. And Des has a lot of prep work to do come tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a super ass show. Captain Planet.
Shout out to the Three Bell Podcast. It's been a while. It has been a while. I just want to say, just to cap things off, that we are in a new era of WWE. A new basis a new champions going forward into the year. I like to say that was a wonderful WrestleMania. I'm not going to put all details into it. By the way, shout out to the panel, man. Again, it's good to be back.
Good to have you back, man. Sparkle, what's his
Ian
final
Priest is
message?
champion. It's going to be fucking lit. I'm loving this. Dude, and Rhea's got a belt. We're going to put the fucking tag titles off of Austin Truth on the Finn and JD. Yeah. Justin Day's about to run shit.
Shane, can I just do something real quick for Sparkle? It's one of my new buttons, and it goes like this. Thank you.
Was you know what? I'm not going to touch that. I'll let you two handle that. But let's touch this. Let's touch match number 2, where we had Bobby and Friends versus Final Testament, and it was doing a street fight match. Jay, I'm going to start with you and have you talk about this, and then Des to follow the fill in the blanks. Give us your opinions, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on this match as well as one particular person. Hit it, Jay.
Yes, sir. What was interesting to start this was we got Snoop Dogg as a special guest commentator for the match, and then none other than Bubba Ray as a special guest referee. What a way to put a not even a stipulation, just adding someone to this match, which was totally shocking. Thank you for doing this last minute, Triple H, by having this man appear, and the entrances were cool. Finally, we got Priest and I mean not Priest, we got Bobby and Friends looking cool. Like B-Fab finally fit in. She matched them. I like that. And the fact that during the match, I mean not even during the match, when it was coming down the ring, you heard Snoop say, "Yo, Bobby, pass me some of that green." I said, "Oh my God, if this guy ain't thinking about weed at the moment." So during the match, when the tables come out, you hear Snoop saying, "Hey, boo boo, bring out the picnic table." I'm like, oh my God. Snoop was hilarious on the mic. I was acceptive of it. And like during the match, I'm gonna say this about the match, just my opinion on it. Honestly, this match finally had reason to it. Like it was a street fight and it delivered multiple angles for the first time. Like I hope this is the first and the last time we get of this. So, before I pass it down to Dez, the part that I liked was when they did the Dudley Boys thing at the end. That shit was cool. Made me feel like, I was back in that era when Bubba and Devon would do their little and then the testify and all of that shit. That shit was fire. Everything about that was great. Cross should have never did what he did by provoking Bubba. And I'm like thinking to myself, is Bubba gonna come back, like in a part-time role and maybe try to go after Karrion Cross? I would love to see, you know, the Final Testament guys, one of those two against the Dudley Boys, SummerSlam or whichever pay-per-view comes along. I could definitely, see that. We basically get fed stories, and maybe this was a story that we see brewing for later on, fellas. Des, take it away.
Yeah, I'm happy that you enjoyed the match, Jay, because this is a storyline that you've been criticizing since day one, and I've been telling you since day one, bro. Just stick with it, just let it play out, stick with it. And then I got frustrated with it after a while as well because again, this is one of those storylines that was they're here one week, they're not here the next week, they're here one week, they're not here the next week, so it never really got a chance to get traction. Then I also said that we're gonna get different versions of this match, but we're not gonna get clear winners. And it happened. We had the tag team match, we had the one-on-one match, and we had this, that, and the other. And it was just like, all right. Then I got to the point where it was like, if this shit don't make it to fucking WrestleMania, I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off, and then I'm gonna have to give Jay his flowers. But he made it to WrestleMania, and not only did it make it to WrestleMania, it made it to night 2. And I was pleasantly surprised by what we got tonight out of these two teams. I was pleasantly surprised to get Snoop. as a commentator, because I don't know about you guys, but I remember the last time I heard Snoop calling a fight. That was that boxing match with Nate Robinson, and he went viral with his, his reaction to seeing Nate get knocked the hell out. So I was excited. I wasn't sure whether he was going to be able to, keep it PG, and he almost slipped and he caught himself. But I really enjoyed having Snoop at the commentary desk for sure, especially with Pat. They were clearly just chopping it up. But then another pleasant surprise was seeing Bubba Ray, you know, and Jay, I don't know if you caught it, but at the end of the match, um, Michael Cole gave them a plug. He was like, "Oh, they were lucky that Bubba Ray didn't bust them open," and I was like, "Ah, that was smooth." Giving a shout out to their podcast, which is I love their podcast, Busted Open. It's pretty freaking awesome. I know he went crazy tonight. He's probably drinking and shitting and just bugging out. But anyway, back to the match. I just love the fact that the ladies, like Snoop said, if I'm in the fight, I expect my lady to get in the fight with me. And we had a few spots with B-Fab and Scarlett, taking it into their own hands and attacking the opponent. And I was like, okay. And then they went at each other. And then they had that spot where they did the side Russian leg sweep into the table. And I was like, nice. Okay. Loving it, ladies. Montez Ford, this dude, I think he can jump out of the stadium. This motherfucker jumped over the ring post and threw AOP and almost into the front fucking row. I was like, what the fuck? What is this guy on? Like, what is his knees doing? Like, what? How? And I was just amazed by that. Yeah. And the shots, the shots from AOP to Bobby and the Street Profits with the fucking kendo sticks was just brutal as fuck. I mean, ugly brutal. And then to this spot that was hilarious when they put up the table and they put Carrion on the table and the shit just broke while he was just laying there. But the fans, we started laughing. Nobody was criticizing him for, Dawkins got another table, but that shit was hilarious to me. And, just to see the Street Profits and Bobby and friends get the W, a well-needed W, well-deserved W, after taking all this bullshit from Final Testament for the last few months, it paid off. And Shane, B-Fab, I think you came in on this match, but B-Fab, she was coordinated with the fellas. And the hair was herring and it matched. And she didn't look like one of those call girls or somebody that was on the corner. She fit with the guys. Shane?
Yes, so I did see this whole match. I thought it was a cool match. It wasn't like, the longest match, but it was action packed from beginning to end. I like how Snoop Dogg was there to add a little bit of flavor because Snoop Dogg, he's a mess on the microphone. We love him there. He was with Pat, so it was just it was funny and it wasn't too much to take away from the match. And I like how they had Bubba Ray Dudley, and damn Dudless. He was the referee for this street match. And how fitting was it for him to be the referee, being that, of course, they did the whole smack of the chest. Everybody was smacking each other. And then they said, get the table. The whole entire stadium said, get the tables. Like that's that nostalgia that we just love so much. Again, it's the culture thing. When you see a table, you think of Deba and you slap someone in the chest. It was a cool moment. But at the same time, because I want to be very, very serious right now when I say this, because since BFAB came to Bobby and Friends, I wasn't feeling her. I wasn't feeling her. I wasn't feeling her in this faction because I didn't think that she fit. I didn't know what her story was beforehand, and I didn't know what her story was going to be moving forward with this faction. So I said, you know what? I'm going to keep an open mind. I'm going to give you a chance. It's
Did you really?
very light chance.
Did you really? Don't shout on that. Did you really say that, or did you have to get coached by somebody to say, just give it a chance, give her a chance? Come on now.
Don't you just love it when Dez just takes the flashlight off of somebody and puts it on himself so that his name could be mentioned in this conversation? I am
Rightfully
trying.
deserved. Rightfully deserved, because that all they got to do is just press rewind and go back to all those times and say, come on, Shane, please be fair. Come on now. Same thing I said to Jay. I was telling both of y'all. Just give me my flowers and move on, please. Thank you.
Okay, great. Des, here you go. Here are your flowers. Okay, here are your flowers. So like I said, after what Des was saying, after what Des said, I said, okay. I will open my eyes a little. I wasn't giving a 400, but I at least was paying attention. But she definitely got a huge amount of my attention with the video package that they had from Friday SmackDown when she did her promo on that video. She looked the part. She spoke the part like she didn't sound like, all ghetto and like that. Like she sounded like a warrior. She sounded like a person that belonged in the faction. So I was like, wow. And even the Twitter world was like, wow, that's what we're talking about. That's what's up. So I said, you know what? Yeah, okay. Okay, you got me, Fab. You got me. Okay, cool. That's what's up, right? So here we are in Mania, Bobby and Friends versus Final Testament. And guess what? She has made me a fan. Okay? I can boldly stand here and say, BFAB, I apologize for not seeing this BFAB that my partners saw, that my partners told me to give you a chance. And at first I was reluctant about it. So with that, I apologize for my reluctance. But I will say congratulations on what you did today, because you did a phenomenal job in terms of looking out for your friends and Bobby. Because like I said, Des and Jay, and you saw it when that goddamn Scarlet came up and started hitting guys, especially Bobby. You saw how she was hitting Bobby with that goddamn stick, because she knew that no matter what she does to him, that he's just gonna stand there and be like, "Did you just do that? Oh, I know this chick didn't just do that." And she's like, "What? What you gonna do? You ain't gonna hit me, you punk ass, you punk ass. What you gonna do?" And then here she comes right on cue, and she handled business, and I love that. So with that, once again, BFAB, congratulations. Not only did you win the match, but you definitely won the respect and the heart from one Shane O'Mac. Des, do you want to say something? You want to add batteries to your
Hell
light
yeah.
of shine?
Woohoo! Yeah. Hell yeah. Woohoo! Yeah.
Go ahead, Drew. Go ahead, Drew McIntyre. Gloat. I'm your CN Punk. Go ahead. Are you done gloating on me?
Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Thank you. Thank you for giving me my flowers. Thank you for believing in BFAB. I was proud of her too, so that's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so before we continue, let's play some messages. Sparkle, what's
Hey, well, fuck. If you didn't want me to listen to the show, all you do is have to say that. You didn't have to subject me to Seth Rollins bullshit. Dude, we're done with Seth. Okay, everybody, guys, when somebody gets old and mediocre, they go to a farm across a rainbow bridge, and that's where we're sending Seth.
That's a mess. That's a hot mess. Captain
Spark
Planet.
alluded, man. Pause. I agree with you 100% on that. It's great that Judgment Day is continuing their dominance. Even though they lost their tag team titles, they kind of gained a title within the world title, which is even better. And the fact that the Raw tag team titles are on a basically easily picking team as of R-Truth. No disrespect to them. I'm glad they got their moment. But I really believe this is going to be a transitional title match. Or a title reign. So, yeah. I say JD and Finn Balor can go in, win the tag team titles off them, and they can go from there. But it was kind of obvious that Damian Priest was going to cash in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, by the way, Shane, I want to get that sound clip from you, because I was kind of doing it myself today on my own show, Attention Wrestling Disorder, which you can hear now on YouTube. A new episode is up, and if you want to really hear my banter. But yeah, all I kept thinking today, every time I said boom, was that one button. Boom! Wish I could do it the way you do it, but anyway. Dude, Mania was good. I'm feeling better about WWE with this weekend. I know that going forward, things are going to get better. So, yeah. Boom! Had to do it again.
Oh, you mean this one? Boom! You mean that? I'll tell you what, Boom. After the show, I'm going to look for this YouTube. This is a YouTube. It's a full cartoon. So I'll give you the link to the cartoon, then you on your own in terms of grabbing that little soundbite, because that's how I got this. It's from a cartoon, the old Tex Avery cartoon. Sparkle?
Yeah, this was... that's my reaction to that. Cross didn't deserve this. Cross is too good a fucking dude to have to put up with this type of bullshit.
Planet?
Right. They tried to make that match as memorable as possible, with Bubba Ray being the special guest referee. I was just talking to my friends about that, because we had a little WrestleMania party watch, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I told them the main reason why they put Bubba Ray in that match, because of the simple fact that we needed something to keep this match memorable. I mean, yes, it's a three-way match it's a three-way tag team match and it's like basically anything goes, street fight type shit. That's basic shit. And they wanted to make that match memorable, so they basically threw Bubba Ray in. They could be like, "Hey, y'all remember that street fight that Bubba Ray had refereed?"
Mm-hmm.
So my buddy and I were talking after watching the show. After watching the match with what the hell's their name? Cross's group versus Bobby's group. Do you guys think that they made Karrion Kross look weak? I just feel like it was their turn to win. But do you think they made them look weak? I was telling my buddy, in the beginning of the match, Kross and company were kicking their ass, and towards the end things changed. But what are your opinions? I want to hear what you guys think. Like, do you think the group looks bad now going forward because of the way they lost?
Look bad? Are you kidding me? I mean, look at what they've done to Bobby and friends up to this point. Why would we have any sympathy for them? I mean, Bobby and friends, they got the rightful win because of all of that static and that bullshit that they've been through. So, I mean, I can see this story continuing and having more, I would say, like more oomph to the story. Let's add some oomph this time. Now that you definitely have our attention more, especially us here, the three
I'm gonna have to
bells.
disagree with that one. I don't think Bubba Ray is going on a run. I think he was just there for a night, and that's about it. Because one, I see having voice ring, defense more. Yeah, he wrestling anymore. So I mean, if that was to happen, what was the run ring like that? It'd probably be with another.
Nah, he was just there just to just to say hi and just to have a little bit of just to have another mania moment because Bubba he is half of 1/3 of a triple match tag team, which is like one of the greatest in Mania history, which is the Dudleys versus the Hardys versus Edge and Christian. You can't eliminate that. Like they are the greatest. So it's always good to see him there. He's not like a staple. He's just saying hi. That's how I look at it. With the boom.
Do you guys think that Bully Ray would work in this version of WWE? Obviously with the whole anti-bullying campaign that they had, they never wanted to use that name. But what do you think now? Would Bully Ray work in this version of a WWE?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would love to see him again, but we'll see.
B-Fab is still
Creative.
ass. I'm not letting this one little thing she did out of 20 other things she did count. She still has to prove herself. Just because she went through a damn table and she sold a good kick and had a good promo doesn't mean she's all that. She still got to prove herself. Because lately she's still been diarrhea.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, Lawan, but for me, it's good enough. It's good enough for me to pay attention more and to say, congratulations. Like you gotta forget congratulations, but congratulations is due. Because if she was that B fat person that you and I originally thought she was, she wouldn't have done nothing. She would have just stood there. She would have looked different, out of place, not part of the faction, and we would have been sitting here like, why is she here? What is she
You
doing
better,
here? See, Des and Jay, this
yeah,
is exactly what I'm talking about as to why I don't like her. But no,
you
she
better
did the total
defend that
opposite.
girl. Defend
Right.
that girl,
So
Shane.
you have to give flowers where flowers is due. And I have to apologize and I have to admit to being wrong when I'm wrong. Because sometimes, Lawan, all it takes is that one move. A lot of times
Uh,
that's all it as opposed to like a whole series. One move can make a difference.
and real quick,
You
just
say
to
something.
answer, yeah, just to answer Boom real quick. As far as Bubba Ray or Bully Ray being a part of the company now, he would be in the creative department of WWE because I watch Busted Open podcast a lot, and the stuff that he comes up with is pretty cool. So I would see him in the either a producer or in creative for sure.
Cool. Let's play this one final from Sparkle for he says.
Exactly. That's the point. That's what the point that I've been trying to make this whole time. Like, fucking, like, Cross never wins anything ever. Ever. At all. Name the last time we had, like, any type of pay-per-view where Cross or the Final Testament was there and he did something and won. Like, even look strong. Not none. Not never. Why? For what? You can make him into something.
Shane, can I do something real quick?
Sure.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I guess it's just reunion night, and I don't mind it because it's the night of WrestleMania 40, night number 2. But with that being said, I would like to welcome back the guy that made this all possible, the guy that helped me realize that I wanted to do this, my guy, Coast to Ghost. Coast, welcome back, bro. Thank you for checking up on us. Just to let you know, last night was our 50th straight episode of the Three Bells podcast. Tonight's number 51. I give it all to you, bro. Without you inviting me to the next podcast, I wouldn't even thought about doing this. So, bro, thank you very much. Thank you.
Coast, no way. Coast is here. What's good, Coast? What's going on, man? Good to see you. No, that's not it. We got to give you the party horns, man. What's going on, Coast? Coast, good to see you, man. Don't be a stranger, goddammit. You know we here 3 times a week in specials for our PLEs. You know that, man. Good to see you and everybody that's joining us tonight. So we're going to move on to our... Excuse me? Yes, okay, not a problem. All right, so we are getting breaking news right now. So joining us at our news table rather, is our news editor Des Taker. Des, you have some brand news for us.
Yes, hi. This is Des Hill reporting live in the background right now. I just got word that tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the Pat McAfee show will be John Cena. John Cena will be joining Pat McAfee live at 1 p.m. on the Pat McAfee show. That should be something really great to look in and listen to. Also, I'm also being told that, oh wow, that's incredible information right there. Breaking news, Jacob Fatu has reportedly signed with the WWE. Fatu being a part of the bloodline and possibly, someone that we should be looking out for in the future, is now a part of the WWE. So the bloodline is expanding, though they lost the Universal WWE Championship tonight. So it's a lot to look at. Shane, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Mr. Hill, for that special report. Wow, we got to definitely keep our ears open for Mr. Cena to see any type of good nuggets that he have moving forward for WWE, or maybe a movie project and a new addition to the bloodline. So let's go straight to, well, we had a little backstage of Paul Heyman, and he was basically talking about the bloodline rules. Des and Jay, I don't know if you guys caught that, if you want to talk about any of that before we move forward, or does it even matter if we mention anything about that? Des and Jay, or Jay and Des, especially Jay. We haven't heard from Jay in a while. Jay, wake up.
I'm up.
Topping him up.
I'm up. I'm up. I'm still on a natural high. So yeah. Honestly, I didn't write nothing on that. Honestly.
Oh, okay. So it's not worth mentioning. It was just like a filler.
I got something. You ready for this?
Hit it.
You guys ready? Here we go. Lawan, you ready? Did you?
Oh God.
Did you? 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 No. Did you? Did you? Did you? Did you?
Are you kidding me?
Did you know?
Dude, no way. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is way too long. Dude, that intro was longer than the actual Did You Know facts. No, absolutely not. Stick to the original one. And I'm sure, Lawan, did you like that long extended version? That was longer than Love is the Message. I mean, dude.
Bro, you can't knock me.
Long.
Come on. That's my creativity. Don't be mad at how creative I am with my shit. Don't be mad at me.
Okay, here's
When I was
one
making
rose
that,
petal.
yo,
One rose
Shane,
for your creativity. Ugh.
Shane, when I was making that though, I was cracking up because I'm like, yo, they are gonna hate me for doing this shit. And I have so much more that I'm gonna debut tomorrow on the Raw after WrestleMania. So be prepared, and you can't stop me. But real quick, I actually do have a Did You Know, but obviously we all know this. So Cody Rhodes will be on the Today Show tomorrow at 9 a.m. for anybody that will be home and, waiting to watch the eclipse and all that good stuff. So Cody Rhodes, our new WWE champion, will be on the Today Show at 9 a.m. I'm not going to ask you guys if you knew it or not, because we all knew, but I just wanted to debut the new intro for Did You Know? Shane.
Jeez Louise. And you want to know something interesting? In spite of all of that, no, I had no idea that Cody Rhodes was going to be on the Today Show. I didn't know that. You see that? Because of your long extended version of a Did You Know? It's like, did I know what? Oh, will you come on already? But on your show, you do whatever the hell you want. I'm just going to have some.
Look,
just gonna have some
look, I got positive feedback. You know, I got positive feedback from Boom, and I got positive feedback from LaJuan.
That's shade because I don't like it. That's what that is.
It's always shade from you. You never like any of the intros that I do, even if it's the regular. Did you know? You didn't like that either.
No, it was that extended one. The first extended one, and then you have this extended remix plus max version. Ugh. I got to get used to it. Just like I got to open myself to like it, just like with Jay, with B Fab, and all these other people that I doubted. That's how I'm going to treat this song. I don't know.
No, I only did it because Coast is here, and I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I want Coast to see the development and the improvements that we made on the show tonight. So I only did that for Coast. Coast, that was for you, bro. Again, thank you.
Yeah, Coast. Thank you. Ugh. Let's play these messages before we move on. Sparkle says.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was dude, play that 6 more times. Play it. Play it 6 more times.
Dude, if he plays that 6 more times, that's gonna be our whole show.
Don't be a hater, Shane. Come on, that's my creativity, bro. You see, it's
Okay, because you was laughing loud and you probably didn't hear me, I gave you your flowers for your creativity. Remember? I gave you flowers. So here, don't tell me. With the Boom, don't tell me. You're going to tell me the same thing?
Hey, Shane, did you know? Whoa. Did you know? Did you know? I didn't know, but did you know?
Yeah. You see, Shane, you can't be mad. It's a fan favorite. They like it. And you know what? No. I love y'all for liking it too, man, because I really put my all into that. That last one, I thought about it. LaJuan was like, he said it a few weeks ago. He was like, use the Jason shit. He said, I was like, all right. And then I was like, ooh, but yours is funny too. So I was like, why don't I put them together? And that's what I came out with. So shout outs to my partner LaJuan for giving me that idea. And then I just put them all together, bro. I'm just trying to be better. Trying to be better than last week. It's a new era.
No, I got to do this again because this is.
Hey, Shane, did you know? Whoa. Did you know? Did you know? I didn't know. Did you know?
Exactly. And this is the shit that I was talking about yesterday when you was like, why did I play it? I said, because you've been using my shit all week. No. You know what?
But no, I was making fun of you.
No.
Because that's what you think of now. Whenever we say those words, we can't say it regular because it's like, did you know? No. Like that's how it's done now. Like we probably say that in regular conversation now. He's playing it.
Imagine that. Imagine doing that in regular conversation. I'm not gonna do it. I'm having too much fun with this mixer, Shane. Like, Jay, I got another one for you, Jay. You ready for this one?
What does that have to do with Did You Know?
Did you know?
Okay, that one I'll give. I like that one better because.
Did you know?
Yeah, I like that one better.
I fuck with the X-Files, so that's cool.
Right.
You know what's
the
funny?
X-Files, you're investigating and you're looking and you know what I'm saying? You're researching. But the Jason one, you out there killing teenagers in the woods. What does that have to do with Did You Know?
You're going to Camp Mariah and killing people.
Right. Did you know I'm about to stab you? Like, no, bitch. That's what I'm running. I'm running like 100 miles an hour. You walking 2 miles an hour and your ass can still catch me?
Really,
and I
Shane?
can't kill you? Like, really?
Really?
Did you
Shane?
know?
Yeah. Today.
I am dead.
Hey, we didn't get that shit in a minute. Wow.
Yes, I was busy. During our break earlier today. I was busy loading up this mixer.
Bro,
yes, sir.
It's been a month, like a month and some change since you used Pete Dunne. I've been waiting for that one for a minute. That's a classic, dude. That was like the beginning of your shit right there with Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Des is about to make a greatest hit album in like the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you, he is having too much fun.
And I'm looking at all these laugh emojis coming up. I think we're all having a good time right now. Shane, you got messages, and we can move on to the next topic. I'll stop.
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to play something that I actually like, these messages.
Yo, I'm humble. I'm humbled by the love, but I just want to shout out the listeners real quick, man. With a boom, Andrew, all the listeners. Y'all see y'all in there, and then I want to shout y'all fellas out, man. Y'all can show me love, but at the end of the day, y'all amazing. Y'all special. 50 episodes is just a testament of y'all consistency. The added sound bites. I don't know if one of y'all got a soundboard, but the added noise, the added sounds, the added music, y'all personalities, man, y'all amazing, man. I love the show, and I'm not even, a super wrestling fan, but you guys made me really start getting into it. I haven't been around much because of schoolwork and all of that stuff, but I'm definitely gonna start popping back out more often. And that award show coming up, man. We need to get this show nominated for award and win an award because it's worth it.
But there you go, Des. There you go. There's the love for your sound effects, and I guess I have the music, and G has the Pepsi. Yeah.
It's not my sound effects. It's our sound effects. We are the Three Bells Podcast. I am not the Three Bells Podcast. Yes, you can call me the CEO. You can call me the founder, the creator, and all that other stuff. But I'm conscious enough to know that, like I said, this does not work if it doesn't have Jay, if it doesn't have Shane. It's not me. It's all of us as a collective. So that shout out, that love right there is for all three of us. Because again, we've had shows where it was just two of us here and there, and it's a collective. It's all three of us, and that's for all of us. You understand that? All of us. Hell yeah.
And Jason's voice.
Yeah. Shane, really.
We
You
have
couldn't
more
keep the
better.
moment light. I'm out of here.
I love you too. And here's another person that loves you. Lawan says,
Did you know T-shirts trending worldwide on Twitter? We gotta get some T-shirts made.
"Yep, we're working on that." Also, Lawan says,
Yo, I gotta play that one more time from Boom, man. That shit is hilarious. Did you know? No, 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 no. Did you know? Hey, did you know? Did you know? I don't know if you know, but did you know?
"You're gonna have all of Brooklyn doing that. That's gonna be good. Cool."
Did you know?
Bro,
I am so dead with everyone in this chat today. I'm dead.
Bro, I'm just honored, man, because from the fact that something like that just out of nowhere came to mind, and it was just something I was just messing around with when you gave me this mixer right here. Well, the first mixer that you gave me, and I was just like, "Wow, did you know?" And then I had the echo effect to it. I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." I didn't think it would catch on, and the validation that I got from LaJuan and from Mars and Boom and other folks, it's just like, wow, this is pretty cool. Maybe is it the way I'm presenting it, or is it the actual facts that I'm giving out that every week I'm still kind of stumping everybody on the information that I'm giving out. But all in all, I am very grateful for it. Thank y'all all. Yeah, maybe I can keep up with myself and keep coming with new segments for Monday Night Raw.
I think it's a mixture of all the love that you get and the one little tiny piece of hate salt that I throw on it. That's why I do it. I like it, but you got to have a little bit of salt to push you to do more. To say, "Oh, you hate this? Where do you get a load of this? Where do you see this?" So that's why I do that.
You see the new intros, right? I got multiple now. I got a few of them fired up for you, Shane. I did it with you in mind. I was like, "Ooh, Shane's gonna hate this. Let me do this." I literally, once I finished recording this stuff earlier today, I think I finished about 6:30, right before Mania was about to start at 7. I was just laughing up a storm. I was like, "Yo, Shane is gonna get me for this," but I was like, "This is just gonna be too much fun, too much fun." And then I got the regular one for you. Did you know?
I mean, think about it. Think about it, Des. If I really, really hated it, would I have helped you upgrade it to have more buttons that'll give you more time to extend your track? Of course.
Of course not. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, because I laughed last week when Knives, he sent us that message when he was giving us, our praises, and he was like, "Well, I don't know if these guys really hate each other or not, but I'm for it." And we know once that call comes through that we're going live, it's we're characters. We're characters of ourselves. We don't use our real names. We use character names, and it's all fun. It's all love at the end of the day. And whatever I can do, whether it was last night trying to break up this tag team between Shane and Jay, or if it's annoying y'all a little bit here and there, it's all for fun. It's all love because we love what we watch. WWE entertainment. It's just all fun, and the fact that everybody's joining in and enjoying it really means a lot to me. Shane, back to you, my guy.
Sparkle, back to you in the message.
Adelaide and my soul. Did you know? Yeah.
Or a
Ooh.
rendition of the Cody Rhodes song to someone that didn't know all the words.
No. I mean, maybe I might use that down the line. I might figure out a way to use it. You never know. Did you know?
No. All right, let's move along because believe it or not, it is Mania. I mean, Mania may have been over, like it's ended, but it is still Mania season for us here at the Three Bells podcast because we are now entering the recap week. So we're continuing with Mania Night 2 with match number 3, where we have the Revenge Tour with LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Jay, wake up because we need you to talk about this match here. Jay, are you up? We need you to talk about LA Knight versus AJ Styles in match number 3, and then there's to follow. Good morning.
Of course,
Good morning.
of course I'm up. You know, I got the message from Stereo asking me if I'm still here as well, so I'm still here, guys. I didn't go nowhere. I just decided to make me a nice.
Jay, you just didn't want to
What?
give nobody no flowers and nothing like that. You ain't want to join in on the hug fest that we were having. That's it, right?
I've been emotional all night, bro. Come on, I've been crying all night. I've been happy since the first match. Like,
Come on,
no,
Jay. No.
I'm sorry.
Come
I'm
on. This is
sorry.
still our 50th weekend, bro. I mean, I approached you first out of everybody of the idea of doing this. So if anybody, you should have some type of emotion going into this, man. We 51 episodes in. Let's get it, Jay. Let's go,
Bro,
bro.
I could remember when me and you was just first talking about the shits, and we was gonna decide to do this as a 2-man combo. But then, like, I started seeing, I started knowing Shane more, and I started seeing how his visual, mind was within wrestling. And I said, bro, we need him. Shane can't go nowhere. We need him. He's definitely the main. He's definitely that piece, that final piece to
And he
make it
said
3
no.
bells. It couldn't
And
have
he
never
said
been
no.
2 bells, right?
I said I
Like,
didn't want to do that. I really
Mm-hmm.
you
didn't.
can't. Wrestling matches can't win with 2 bells. We're complete with 3. Like, that's the match. We the match. We the perfect match. So it's
No,
like,
Des would do 2, and then you do 1. There's your 3.
no, it ain't the same.
I'm
It
not
ain't the
2.
same without
I'm
3.
I'm I'm one bell. I'm one person down. That
I'll take one
that's it.
bell. I like 1 bell.
You two
I
do
like
Exactly.
1 belt, and then together now, that's your 3rd belt. That was my attitude because I was not
Look,
doing it. I was going to do this. Just was like, come on, do we need? No, if anything, I'll listen to you guys. I'll tune in, but no, I'm not talking on no microphone. What's the matter with you? No,
right.
look
absolutely
what
not.
And
happens.
then I'm gonna pull back the curtain like Triple H and I'm gonna do on Wednesday for their whole WrestleMania special. But yeah, Shane said no. But I'm like, okay, I'm tired of texting with Jay 1 second and then a millisecond later I'm texting with Shane. I'm like, okay, I'm getting confused because we're all watching the same shit. But I'm like, I cannot keep up with both of y'all at the same time. I'm like, all right, first off, we need to put each other. I got to put everybody in one group. So boom, now we're all in the same group. Shane, that's Jay. Jay, that's Shane. I'm me. I know y'all both separately, even though me and Jay just met each other in this Nets chat by accident because we both were watching Raw while we were supposed to be watching a Nets game, but shit happens. And I mean, that's how it was. It was. I didn't know you from a hole in the wall. We were in the same chat. I got added to that chat by Drew. Drew, I work with him and we just, I was like, well, I was watching Raw. I missed this. And then I seen you writing that. And then I believe one of us messaged the other. It was like, you watching the pay-per-view? Like, and then boom, that was it. It was like, all right, we cool now. We got something in common outside of the Nets. And then I found out that you're a Mets fan like I am. I'm like, oh shit, we got a lot to talk about besides Brooklyn Nets and WWE, and now we got New York Mets, and then I already know Shane for years, and me and Shane go to everything together. So I'm just like, shit, why not just throw us all in the goddamn chat together and see what happens? And this is what happened. 51 shows later, here we are. Jay, it is on you, my brother. We on match number 3, AJ versus LA Knight. It is on you, my man.
With this match, honestly, I'd like to say this was the match that I was picking for like match of the night in the beginning, and it was all right. It was all right to me. The crowd was hype. They was doing what they was doing. The Super Avalanche German by LA Knight. That shit right there. That was all said and done with that move, bro. That shit was fire. And the fact that both guys actually decided to want to start this match literally before the match even started, like that's what I like. And also the fact that we got AJ's new theme song. I don't know if the bass was turned too much at the stadium, but I couldn't really hear too much of the words except for the beginning intro. Couldn't hear too much. So me, I'm gonna, eventually sit back and hear that song again away from watching wrestling because I know YouTube will have the song probably by tomorrow afternoon or night. I want to hear what it actually says about him because I want to see if it's cool and fitting for his character. He was all black, came in there. He's gonna sell a fight as best as he could, and I fucks with that. And at the same time, LA Knight, kudos to you for winning this match, hitting him with the BFT. But it was like I wanted maybe an extra 5 minutes of this match. I don't know. It just felt like something was holding this match back. Like maybe an extra couple of finishers or some phenomenal forearms and just other things that I was waiting for to happen in this match that didn't happen. To me, it was probably the shortest match of the night, if I'm not mistaken. But it delivered when it had to. But I didn't put too much notes into it, so I figured my words would speak more than the shit that I wrote on this paper. So kudos to LA Knight, and let's see what they got next for him. I don't think this feud is over. I still think there's one more round within these two guys fighting. Guys,
Yeah, I feel you. I didn't write too many notes down on this match either, but it gave me an old school wrestling type of vibe. How the match went. Something similar to like Roxy and Lyra. It was old school wrestling, taking their time, not dragging it, but taking their time with certain situations, making sure they hit their spots here and there. The crowd was in it the entire time, bro. The entire time, that crowd was behind LA Knight without a problem. I think, the fact that they were sandwiched, well, not even sandwiched, they had the U.S. Championship match coming up after them. So they might have gotten their time cut a bit because, sometimes that happens. And like I mentioned to you guys the other day, that Triple H calls audibles in the middle of the show, even though I don't think it was called for because the fans were invested in the match. But I agree with you, Jay. Shane, don't even say shit. Jay, I agree with you. This is not over at all. I see a WrestleMania Backlash, a rematch happening for sure. And I would love to have a trilogy like we did with Steph and Cody during Cody's first year here. This definitely gives me trilogy type of vibes. It's not over at all. Congratulations to LA Knight getting his first WrestleMania victory at his first WrestleMania. And congratulations to AJ for putting him over and doing the right thing for business. And back to you, Shane.
Yeah, I thought this was a cool match. Also, I like how AJ he did his thing in terms of the intro. He always got to do his thing, and instead of just calmly walking down to the ring, his ass ran halfway down. He took his jacket off, ran straight into the ring, and didn't even wait for the bell, and they just went right at it. It goes to show you how much they really wanted to get at each other. And the only thing that I wrote in my notes, because it was a regular old school pound for pound match is what we needed, you know. But this was the match that I wanted to see from Jay and Jimmy from last night. If we had gotten a match something like this out of them, I would have been much more happy with that match. But we got what we got, so congratulations to LA Knight for winning and AJ Styles, Mr. Jack Styles. Man, you did your thing. You did good. You may not have won this match, but I'm sure you've won more fans and you've continued to gain the respect for the fans that you have now for giving LA Knight that push. It takes a person that is passionate of the business to do what you did. So congratulations to both guys. Before we continue, let me quickly remind everybody, as we was reminded throughout the show, that the king and queens of the ring is returning to us, as well as a special edition of Friday Night SmackDown is going to be live at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia on May 24th and May 25th. And it was at this time, Des and Jay, because remember we talked about this in the chat, the show was halfway done and it was 8:30 p.m. I was like, wow, it's pretty fast, huh? That's pretty quick. And now we're talking about match number 4, which is the triple threat match, which is RKO versus KO versus LP, Logan Paul. Des, I'm going to start with you first to talk about this triple threat. Jay, you can respond afterwards. And yeah, talk about it, fellas. Triple threat.
Shane, you know what's crazy, bro? I wrote on my notes that it was RKO versus KO versus Logan. So pretty similar to what you wrote. That's funny that we had that. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I believe I missed the beginning of this match because remember I said that I was going to the south. So can we have Jay actually talk about it and I'll just fill in after him? That's not an issue. No, it's not an issue. See,
Perfect, perfect, perfect. You know, in the beginning of this match, like Logan coming out with in his golf in his big ass truck, the prime truck, and then pressing a button on there to have his own little self pyro. I thought that was cool. You know, and then the fact that Kevin Owens came out in the golf cart that he chased him and Randy went to go chase Logan with on Friday. He brought it back, put the stickers on the front saying KO on it, and then when Randy was coming out, he backed it up and had Randy pull up on it. Randy was like, I don't know, I'm too old for this. You can just see it in his face. So when he got up there and you know, as soon as Kevin pressed that, you know, that gas, you know, Randy was like, yo, hold up, you're going too fast. Slow down, slow down. You know, Randy didn't want to bust his ass off that. So I thought that was a cool moment for the two. And the fact when they came in there, all they did was just come and just want to beat up on Logan's ass. I thought that was cool. The fact that, you know, Logan was trying to instigate between the two as far as who hit who or whatever, that was a good one because it didn't work. They proceeded to continue busting his ass and they both tried to pin him. Like, wow. They look at each other like, wait a minute, not right now. Let's do this later on in the match. So they both agreed. And there was one part in the match where the crowd was saying that they fucked up. I was like, oh, okay now, okay, they messed up something. So I probably just turned my head and didn't realize it, but at the same time, I noticed the fact during the match, since the prime drinks are out there, the fans were chanting Gatorade, Gatorade. And then moments later, they're saying, we want water. I'm like, yo, they really taking shots at Prime. Like, Prime, you know, now it makes me not want to even touch a Prime drink based off of what the crowd is saying. They probably don't even like the drink. But as Pat McAfee said, it sold over maybe close to 2 billion in sales over the course of the 2023 year. So, you know, I also like in the move the inverted power slam and moonsault by Kevin Owens. I thought that was cool, and even the fact when he did the little senton pop back up, and then he did the move that he did. That shit was I thought that was fire. And then I was telling you guys in the chat, I wouldn't be too surprised if I thought at first it was Waller in that prime drink, and it turned out to be his boy. I don't know what his name was, but he was just barking at Randy, telling him "fuck you," "I'm gonna fuck you up." I'm like, oh no, you done fucked up. And when he put him out on top of the announcers table, all you could hear is Michael Cole said, "The dog is dead. The dog is dead." I'm like, yo, you took the bark out of him. You really, you really fucked his ass up, left him out there, and the fact that we see Logan with the brass knucks as always. He used them way better than before. He really rocked son with Randy with it. Boom, dropped him, hit Kevin Owens in the ribs and in the face, dropped him, and you thinking, wow, like this. Honestly, like I've been saying, with a guy like Logan, he's one of those guys that's coming into this era of wrestling, and he's a reality guy. We see him on YouTube, we see him on this, we see him like that, and the only other wrestler that did that prior to him as far as being a reality wrestler is the Miz. So every time I see something like that from Logan, I can see that he tries to hone his craft, do what it do. He's getting better in what he does, and it doesn't seem hard for him. So kudos to him on retaining, and sky's the limit for the young bull. So keep it up, Logan. Much love.
Yeah. So, where I came in for the match, it was a nice rolling double clothesline by Logan from the outside to RKO and Kevin Owens, and then it was what you were talking about. Jay was um, Logan hit a swanton and then flipped into a standing frog splash onto Randy Orton. So he hit KO with the swanton off the top rope, flipped, and did a standing frog splash onto Randy, which was cool as hell to me. But go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I was saying like the one I was saying earlier was that inverted power slam that KO did from the top rope. That was the
Mm.
one. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't mention that
Okay.
part.
Again,
The double
yeah.
cannonball thing.
Like I said, again, I missed the beginning of the match. So yeah, but also what you were talking about, where the fans were like, "You fucked up." It was because at the time, Logan was down, and Randy tried to hit KO with the RKO, and uh, KO pushed him, and that's when the fans were like, "You fucked up." And then Randy's looking at Kevin Owens. Kevin's looking at him like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, my bad man, bro. I'm Randy." So that's what that was about. Um, Randy then he did his signature DDT, but it was a double DDT to KO and to Logan Paul from the outside, aka the Michael Cole vintage Randy Orton move. And then KO hit this beautiful moonsault from the top rope. I mean, Tiffy time, you better take notes on how to hit the perfect moonsault without almost hitting somebody in the face with your fucking knee. So shout outs to KO for that. And then Logan Paul, again, with these brass knuckles that he introduced to us last year in his match against Ricochet, which I think Ricochet needs to figure out a way to get back to this guy, hopefully during the draft. But yeah, he introduced it, and he cold cocked KO twice, first in the body shot, and then to the face. And then it looked like he knocked Randy out. But, Randy, just like the announcer said, instinctively, muscle memory wise, he kicked out and didn't get pinned for the 3. I was just like, all right, let's go. Let's get this match, let's push this match forward. And then it was I Show Speed, who was inside of the Prime Bottle mascot situation tonight instead of Logan's usual partner and business partner. And I was just like, this dude is only like 21, 22 years old. I'm very aware of who he is. And, he had a nerve to step to Randy and he was cursing at him and stuff like that. And Randy kicked the shit out of him and then ripped the Prime Bottle off of him. And then Randy cleared out the table and he proceeded to give him the RKO. And it was funny because I saw on Twitter while we've been live that Speed was like, WWE is real. And he had the heartbroken emojis showing him getting the RKO from Randy on top of the table. And I was just cracking up and just laughing because, Pat McAfee was just like, I think he's dead. I don't know. He hasn't moved yet. It looks like he's dead, So I'm like, Pat is just something else, man. I love him. Boom. I don't know why you hate him so much. He is fucking awesome. And then the sequence of KO with the pop-up power bomb, the Logan Paul, and then the stunner right after that to Randy Orton. I was like, I think we might have a new champion. And, it wasn't to be. And then that sequence where Randy Orton, he had, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm going off the page, but I believe KO tried to hit him with the pop-up power bomb, but Randy turned it into an RKO. And then Logan came out of nowhere and tried to throw Randy out the ring. Randy countered him, but then Logan countered him and threw him out the ring. And then Logan hit that frog splash split. I'm from marching band years. They do like a heel toe where they extend their legs, touch their toes, and he did that and then turned it into a frog splash at the end to get the 1, 2, 3 on a KO, which was amazing to me. And I got to give it to him. This man, as I told y'all a few weeks ago, he said that he's done with boxing. He's all in on WWE, and it shows. And even my best friend, she hit me up because I think she said this was the first match she actually saw. She was like, since when did Logan Paul become a wrestler? And I was like, it's been a while. He's been a while. He's been in WWE for a while now. He's been champion for almost a year on top of that. And she was just like amazed at, what he's doing. And I'm like, yeah, he's really good and he really cares about it. He respects it a lot. And much like Lawan said, I'm enjoying him more and more. Every time I see him, I'm enjoying it because he really, really respects the craft and he wants to be better at it and he wants to give his all at it. And he's great. No hate here. I do not hate Logan Paul for what he's doing in WWE right now. He's he is the greatest celebrity to enter the WWE ring and enter WWE and perform because he just keeps delivering, whether it's the Royal Rumble, whether it's any other pay-per-view, WrestleMania. He got his first WrestleMania win. So, and then I watch his podcast and the respect that he has for everyone who competes, for the craft itself. I respect it a lot. So, Logan, congratulations on your first WrestleMania win. And to win against the likes of Kevin Owens and Randy Orton is amazing. Shane?
So that is, I will look back at the triple threat match with Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and remaining champion Logan Paul. Congratulations, guys. And fellas, I'm looking forward to what's going to happen with Mr. Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, because if we know Kevin Owens, he's not going to forget that RKO attempt. You know, that was something real sneaky, and I know he's not going to forget that. So we got to stay tuned for that. Before we move on, let's listen to some messages.
Hey, so I walked away from this match noticing two things. One, AJ Styles looks like he's a part of a transgender biker gang, but not an inclusive one. And then, like, the LA Knight effect. I realize if LA Knight is in any match that's sponsored by something, he's going to win it.
Yeah, maybe. Slim Jim.
This was a really good match. Like, the triple threat match, I enjoyed this. You know? Yeah, no gripes here. Good jobs by everybody. And Logan Paul's such a scumbag. I love it. So just completely off subject. Hey, Adam Hangman Page. How is it that Logan Paul can do your finish better than you? Like, how'd you let that happen, bro? How'd you let that happen?
Yeah, you're speaking French. I have no idea who that is.
I will give Logan Paul his flowers, you know. For as little time as he's been doing it, the kid is really, really good and, you know, great character, can tell a good story. That's fantastic. However, the problem that I have is that we live in a world where Logan Paul has more WrestleMania wins than Asuka. And I don't like that.
No, it is what a TI is, man. Maybe for now. Maybe Oscar will win more moving forward. If we say we are in a new era as in 11 o'clock last night, so anything is possible at this point. So we got to stay tuned. We got to keep our eyes open. Now, at the beginning of this show, we started off by talking about the main event, which was match number 6. So being that we already spoke about our main event, we're down to the last match. Well, we're going to discuss the last match. Well, it's match number 5, but for our discussion, it's the last match that we are talking about. And that is, of course, our girl Bebe versus, let's see if I can get this right, Io Sky for the Women's Championship. Jay, I'm going to start with you and have you talk about this. And then, Des, you can follow. And both guys just basically talk about this Women's Championship. Jay, I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. Like what I got off this match was the intros to this match. The new music we got for Bebe. It gave me like there was a part of the track when she was coming out. It sounded like a little bit of the old Bret Hitman heartbeat. Like I said, oh shit, is this Bret shit a little bit changed up into this era's version? The way they had it, and then the way they packaged EO with the little video stuff that they showed in the background of her, multiple times. I thought that was fire. And also, when Bailey came out as the Egyptian queen, I like that shit. That was fire. And also, I love that the crowd still loves Bailey. Just the song and everything. You just hear it. We've never, you know, lost love for Bailey. When she went bad, she went bad for a minute, and she's back. She's not Hugger Bailey, but she's Bailey. She's Baby. So for her to do that, it was cool. And the fact that honestly, I'm not gonna take nothing from Io Sky tonight. I give her a lot of fucking credit. Io was putting in a lot of work. When they say she's the genius of the sky, you could see her aerial moves were on point. Like she's backflipping, jumping off ropes, side of the ring, outside the ring. She's doing something where it has to deal with her flying in the air. And I thought that shit was great from her. And the fact that Io gave her them 2 Germans back to back, that man, I thought right there Io was gonna start setting up to finish the match, but it didn't. And then once that moonsault that she tried and Bailey caught her with the knee, that shit looked like it really connected because that shit hurt. I kind of felt a little stomach pain with that move right there as well. So then it became a smack fest, and that rose plant counter that Io did when you thought she was gonna be down, she popped back up and was like, "Ha ha, you didn't catch me." I was, the whole crowd and me the same way. I was like, what? How you bounce back up literally straight from that? That shit was fire. And, to finish the match, I'm going to let Des finish it because Des, this is your girl. I want you to end it the right way and give your girl her flowers.
Well, thank you very, very much, Jay, on that one. Yeah. I was very thoroughly, again, if anybody recognized the theme of this weekend with Triple H at the helm, though these champions might have lost their belts, they didn't go out and they didn't go out bad. They went out looking like champions. They were doing what they had to do, whether it was Gunther, whether it was EO, whether it was the champions, the tag champions, the Judgment Day, whether it was Roman Reigns. They all looked good at the end of the day. And they made their challengers look good too, because they had to do what they had to do to get that W. And my girl Bebe, though she was being, attacked most of the match because of that knee injury, and like Michael Cole said, she knows Bayley better than anybody does because she trained with her and she was with her while she was rehabbing that knee. So she knew very well what to attack. Unlike apparently Tony D'Angelo, stupid motherfucker, making me look bad. He didn't go after Ilya's hand, which was, attacked and broken by Stacks. So anyway, I don't want to get into that, but yeah. Bayley, I am very proud of her. Like you said, Jay, that counter by EO from the finisher, I was like, oh shit. Oh Lord. Oh man, if she counted that, it's over. But yet Bayley didn't give up. Bayley hit that Randy Macho Man Savage elbow, aka Shawn Michaels elbow. I was just very, very, very proud of Bayley. I don't even have to mention other notes that I have. I'm just happy that she got a chance to finally win her first ever singles match in WrestleMania. The crowd was fully behind her. I mean, the crowd was on their fucking feet, chanting for Bayley, and it had to be done. She deserves it. I love her so much. I'm happy, oddly, that Damage Control did not interfere in the match. It was weird to me, but I'm pretty sure that they didn't want to get beat up by the big three for interfering. Because again, whether Bianca likes Bayley or not, Naomi would have came down and they would have had to follow suit. So all in all, I'm very pleasantly happy with the match. And yeah, shout outs to Bebe. I can't wait to see where this run leads to, because you deserve it so much, sweetheart. You definitely do. Shane?
Yes, to add to what the fellas said so awesomely, we say congratulations to our newly crowned queen, the women's champion, Baby. And congratulations and shout out to Io Sky. I mean, she put on a tough, tough fight. She was very, very good. I was very impressed by her performance. Also impressed by the entire night tonight. The entire night was absolutely awesome. Congratulations to everybody, and congratulations to Triple H, and welcome everybody to the Triple H era. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is our recap for Mania. But did you know that earlier today we had the Slammy Awards? Yeah,
Don't
we
you
had
do
the
my
Slammy Awards.
Shane, really? Really? Out of all the terms that you could say, that's how you lead it off, by saying, did you know? Really?
Dude, listen, listen.
Here you go.
Okay,
Here you
listen.
go again.
First of all,
Mhm.
this is not a Mundo exclusive phrase. Did you know is a very common question. I'm not saying that to rip off your did you know whatever. I'm asking it's human nature to say that. You have information that you want to share with somebody, so you say, "Hey, did you know? Did you hear? Did you see?" Like it just comes off. I'm not saying that to, to throw shade or to try to take away, from
Mhm.
your extended creation. I'm just saying it to
Mhm.
saying it.
Mhm. Yeah, right. Of course. Yeah. That's what you do, right? Shane, you mentioned to us last night what the hell was going on with the Slammies today. You could have used any other term moving forward, but you've been doing this all goddamn week. All week, Shane O'Mac. All week. All week. Go ahead.
So I'm saying this to remind the people who did listen, as well as the brand new people that did not hear when I said that the Slammies was coming on. Not everybody knew that the Slammies was on yesterday morning. So that's why I'm saying did you know that the Slammies was yesterday in the morning at 10:30? It's not to copy you or to sample you. It's a simple question so that I can tell them who the nominees are as well as the winners. That's why I said that. So with that being said, I want to quickly go over the Slammy Awards before we end our show tonight, okay? What is the Slammy Awards? The Slammy Awards was initially conceived to commemorate the release of a wrestling album, everyone. It was a music album that featured various professional wrestlers from the WWE. And it was an actual ceremony that took place on March 1st, 1986. That's 38 years ago. And it was at the Civic Center in Baltimore. And it was aired on MTV. So this first award ceremony only had 5 categories, which included best single performer, best producer, best commentator, as well as best personality, and most, let me see if I could get this word right, ignominious, which is a cause of public disgrace or shame. That actually went to Nikolai Volkov. Weird. Speaking of weird, they had some very weird categories. It's not, all formal like it is today. Did you know that some of the, yes, I said it again. Did you know? Did you know that there were some categories that included best personal hygiene, the sweatiest, the greediest, mouthiest, smelliest, funniest, best buns, that's right, best ass, best tattoos, loose screw, best hair, facial hair, and best dance moves. These were actual awards that was given out between the second and 11th edition. The record holders, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker, they both have 15 Slammies. The most wins in a single year is Shawn Michaels in 1996 and Seth Rollins in 2014. The most nominations, Seth freaking Rollins with 37. And the most nominations in a single year also goes to Seth Rollins with 15. So let's go over this list, everyone. We have our female superstar of the year, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Bebe, Io Sky, and Becky Lynch.
Shane.
So who do you think is the winner, Dez?
Yeah. I'll give it to Rhea Ripley. She had a great 2023. If this was a conversation for 2022, I would have gave it to Bianca. But for 2023, it goes to Mommy, in my opinion.
Jay, what about you? What say you?
Same
Jay?
here. I think same here. I'll go with Mommy. Mommy all day. Her run since winning the title at Mania last year has been a heck of a one. So, Mommy.
Well, guess what, fellas? You are both right. It was Rhea Ripley. She did win. Congratulations, Rhea. We have our male superstar, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Seth freaking Rollins, Gunther, and Logan Paul. Jay, what say you? Des, what say you?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Gunther.
Des?
And I'm in agreement with Jay, Gunther, for 2023.
Actually, unfortunately, you're both wrong. It's Cody Rhodes.
Bullshit. That's bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
The same Cody Rhodes that's on the face of the 2K video game.
I don't give a fuck.
The guy
that's
that's
bullshit.
one of the top self-merchers.
Bullshit.
Gunther the loudest
literally
pops.
I don't give a shit. Gunther defended his championship for the whole year. That's bullshit right there. I'm with you, Jay. Boo. I don't have that. I don't have that on my board because Shane claims that it sounds like a vacuum cleaner, so I didn't add it.
Maybe you'll get this one, fellas. Best entrance. When they come into the ring and they have their music and costumes and stuff like that. We have Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Bianca Belair, Seth freaking Rollins, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, The Rock, and Dominic Mysterio from his WrestleMania 39. I guess that's when he came out of that ambulance, whatever, with the straight jacket that was acting crazy. No. Jay, what say you? And Dez, what say you?
I would damn. I will go Seth.
Okay. What say
One
you?
more
Dez?
time. Give me the nominations again. I'm sorry.
Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Bianca Belair, Seth Rollins, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, The Rock, and Dominic Mysterio.
I'm gonna go with The Rock. His shit's been amazing.
I'm afraid you're both wrong. You're both wrong. It was Cody Rhodes.
Again?
Are you fucking kidding me?
What the fuck?
Boo.
Come
That's
on.
corny as fuck. What? type of shit.
This is what the fans want, so they get what they want. I
No,
Yeah.
understand.
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
that's what the crybabies want. You mean? Because that
Yeah.
shit's
Yeah.
whack.
Yeah. By the way, fellas, moving forward, yeah, these are the winners are picked based on fan. These are fan chosen winners. So there's like an open slot where you go to the website and you pick your favorite, and then when it's closed, they tally it up, and we have our winners. So these are fan favorite winners. These are fan picked. The return of the year: CM Punk, The Rock, Nia Jax, Randy Orton, and Naomi. Dez, Jay.
I'm gonna go with CM Punk.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Guess what? You both got it right. It was CM Punk from the Survivor Series War Games. Mm-hmm. Here's an interesting one. The faction of the year: Judgment Day, Alpha Academy, Imperium, The Bloodline, Damage Control. Jay and Dez.
I'm going with the Judgment Day.
I'm in agreement with Jay. The Judgment Day.
You're both correct. It is, in fact, Judgment Day. Rivalry of the year: Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, Dom Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio, Bianca Belair versus Damage Control, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, and R-Truth versus the Judgment Day. Dez and Jay.
Judging off of, like you said, it's fan based. I'll go with Roman versus Cody, even though my head is saying R-Truth, but I'll go with Cody and Roman.
I'll do it for you, Des. R-Truth. Fuck it.
Dez, you got it correct. Jay.
So Cody basically swept these awards, is what I'm sounding like hearing right now.
Yeah, so far.
Jesus Christ, bro.
But you don't have to worry
Oh.
about that for this next one, Jay. The NXT Superstar of the Year: Dragunov, Carmelo, Valkyria, Tifa Time, Braun Breaker. What say you, Jay? What say you, Dez?
What? No Trick Williams?
No Trick
Wow.
Williams.
I'm gonna go Tiffy time. I'm going Tiffy
Remember,
time. Fuck it.
remember, Trick found his Trick
In
is
October.
2024. So I'll
Okay.
go with Mello for 2023.
That's for you, Jay, for Tifa Time.
Yeah.
That's for you, Dez. It was Tiffany Stratton.
Woo,
Isn't it
Tiffy.
one? Match of the year. Bad Bunny versus Damian Priest from Backlash. Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn in Elimination Chamber. Gunther versus Chad Gable. It was an episode of Raw. Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam. And Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for Mania 39. Jay and Dez. Dez and Jay.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
my
gonna go
bad.
with
My bad.
no,
Go
nope,
ahead.
too
Go ahead.
late.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He said my
Go ahead.
name.
Go ahead.
He said my name. I'm gonna go with Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley.
I'll go with
Okay.
the same thing. I'll go with the same thing.
You are both correct. It was, in fact, Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. And I agree. That was a kick ass match, boy. I tell you. The OMG moment of the year. Oh my God. Oh my God. When Rey Mysterio punches Dominic Mysterio during an episode of SmackDown. When CM Punk returned to WWE Survivor Series. When Io Sky cashed in the Money in the Bank contract. SummerSlam. When The Rock slapped Cody Rhodes. When Damage Control turned on Bailey. Or when Cody Rhodes slapped The Rock. Jay and Dez?
Honestly, damn. Say the first two again.
It was Rey Mysterio when he
Right.
punched Dominic Mysterio, and when CM Punk returned to WWE with the during the Survivor Series.
I'm going CM Punk.
Okay, Des, what say you?
Yeah, with these crybabies, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes slapping The Rock.
Jay, that's for you. Des, that's for you. CM Punk wins for the return to WWE.
So we
Couple
know
more.
who's the favorite of the fans, CM Punk. Okay.
Of course, yeah, CM Punk all day apparently. The social star of the year. This should be easy for you guys. Grayson Waller, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, Chelsea Green, and Liv Morgan. Dez and Jay.
Drew, shit's been amazing for him on social media.
I'm going Logan.
That's for you, Dez. It's Drew. That's for you, Jay. Finally, we have the breakout star of the year. Jey Uso, Tiffany Stratton, Pretty Deadly. It's both guys. Dragon Lee and LA Knight. Jay and Dez.
Yeet.
Okay, and Dez.
you would think it was Jay, but I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go with Mr. LA Knight.
That's for you, Dez. It is LA Knight. That's
Ah.
for you. No yeet. No yeet. So before we end this segment, here's a couple of extra notes from the ceremony. There was a mic drop of the year. It goes to Paul Heyman when he told Cody Rhodes, remember this, that his father, Dusty Rhodes, told him that Roman Reigns was the son he always wanted on Raw. Remember that episode? Remember he said that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a mic drop moment of the year. And the fans chant of the year, I give you guys one guess. Who do you think had the best chant or the favorite chant?
LA Knight. Yeah.
Do you agree, Des? Yeah, unfortunately, Des, you're incorrect. It is the yeah from LA Knight. The Rizzy.
What? What?
So the rudity.
Hey,
The
look,
Rizzy Award.
they still say that shit today. What?
Yeah.
Shane, back to you.
The Rizzy of the year, that's what they call it. I guess the guy that's pizzazz, that goes to Seth freaking Rollins. And the villain of the year, that should be easy for you guys to know who's the villain.
Roman.
Yeah, Roman.
You say Roman? No. It was actually Dominic Mysterio.
Well,
the guy
shit.
that
We didn't know we didn't know who the nominees were. I would have just Roman's the bad guy of the last 4 years.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said guess, because there wasn't, these are like a matter of fact awards that was given out. Just like the last one, which is Trash Talker of the Year. So that's what I'm saying.
That has to be LA Knight. Trash Talker.
Nope.
No. Seth?
Nope.
Trash Talker of the Year goes to
The Rock.
Reigns. Oh shit!
It was The
And
wait a minute.
2023.
Wait a minute.
He wasn't even there for 2023.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
part of 2024.
How is The Rock getting nominations with stuff that happened like 2 or 3 months ago? That's why I was saying why the Trick Williams nomination wasn't up there, and that was 2023.
Right. I agree with you.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's a weird list, but like these here, like these were like additional. I don't even think that the fans picked these, because all of this was based on, because first off, these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I read off to you, these weren't even part of the list from the WWE.com. I got these from Wikipedia.
So
so this is separate from the Slimmies itself. This is like, just us voting, because that doesn't make any fucking sense at all. He even said it. He even said it himself. He appeared in like October or November for the first time. So he didn't say shit in 2023. He started saying his shit in 2024. That's fucking crazy.
You know what I look at this as, like, this is almost equivalent as to where when with these awards and these nominations that are happening, the other awards, like if you watch, like when you watch basketball and shit, and you see the way the All-Star game, the players get voted in by the crowd. Most sports get voted in by the crowd, and then you have the committee, the coaches committee, where coaches gather up and just throw awards randomly at here, there, everywhere. That's what these awards are sounding like, the way Shane is telling me. The other awards that were announced, these had to be by committee, table people. So, they had to have their own little fair share of votes in, besides us having everything as a unit.
But still, if it's based on 2023, The Rock didn't do much and say much in 2023.
I
He
don't know.
came back
I don't know.
day one of January 2024, and then
Hey,
he
man.
didn't turn into the final boss until that whole pivot situation happened a few months ago. Like, what the fuck? What?
Hey, man.
Ugh.
If you don't like it, you could take it up with the boss, man. Oh, no, wait. The boss is The Rock. So there you go.
Right, and my name is Karen, and I will definitely write a letter to WWE and to TKO and Endeavor or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves right now, because that's some bullshit. Bullshit.
Well, hold your horses, Karen, because guess what? We are at the end of our show number 51. And what an awesome show that it was. But before we end all of our shows, including this show, we always have to ask that one simple little question. What is your Three Bells match and or move and or moment of the night? We're going to start with Jay and then end with Dez. Hit it.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with my match of the night. I'm gonna be real. The girls, Io versus Bailey. I thought that match delivered, and it quite possibly could have been Io's best fight on the main roster since she's been here. This is the Io Sky I've wanted, that I've seen in NXT, and we got it tonight, even though it was in a losing effort. You know, I hope she gets another title run later on down the line, but kudos to her. And my moment of the night, you already know what I'm gonna go with. Damian Priest cash-in, doing it for all of Puerto Rico. Priest, thank you. Have a successful title run, and we salute you here from New York City, baby. Bring it.
Well, for me, my Three Bells.
Sorry, Dez. That was for Jay. Go ahead, Dez.
It's all right. Well, first off, I just want to say, Mrs. 48, thank you for joining us. Thank you for continuing to listen to us. That goes out to you. Hopefully, we have you join us Monday, Tuesday, and Fridays as we do the Three Bells podcast. So thank you very much. But my Three Bells match of the night will go to the first match that started everything, that lit the fans on fire between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre, and apparently against Damian Priest. We've seen 2 title changes happen in this one match, and I'm all for it. I love it. And my moment of the night is the 1, 2, 3 that we all witnessed. Because even though I said it, I wasn't expecting it, but that 1, 2, 3 from Cody covering Roman Reigns, like, that's still amazing to me. And yeah, and my AKA side moment of the night, seeing the Undertaker tonight. I cannot not mention that. Like, come on, guys, the Undertaker showed up tonight, chokeslammed the final boss. Yes, Shane.
My match for tonight, I'm actually going to agree with Jay on this one with Bebe versus Io Sky. I mean, they put on one amazing match. And it reminded me of the Lyra versus Roxy match from yesterday in Stand and Deliver. It was just a good old fashioned wrestling, just some good wrestling from the women. I'm telling you, man, the women, they are definitely stepping up their game like never ever before. I am so looking forward to seeing what the girls are going to bring, what the women are going to bring for all the brands, especially NXT and especially our new women's champion. This is an exciting moment, and I can't wait. Speaking of moment, the moment of the night, it has to go to that entire ending of match number 6. From the time that Jimmy came out and did his kick to Cody all the way towards the end. This entire moment was like my moment of the night. It was a bunch of surprises. There were some satisfying things we saw. There was some nostalgia trips. It was so much gumbo going on. This is definitely my moment of the night. And the move of the night that just comes to my head because only this guy has the balls to do it would be Montez Ford when he leaped over the ring post to land on AOP, and he leaped so hard that he almost leaped over them and into the crowd. So with that, those are my 3 bell match, move, and moments. Whew. Everyone, that is our show for tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today on our 51st edition of the Three Bells podcast as we talked about night 2 of Mania as well as the Slammy Awards. Thank you all so very much for joining us today. Thank you so much, Mundo, and a special appearance by Des Taker. Mr. AKA Mr. CEO, thank you so much for putting this all together and convincing me to join. It's been an honor, and I'm looking forward to the many parties and adventures ahead. Thank you, Triple J, for opening me to the NXT label, and thank you for teaching me everything more that I know thanks to your knowledge, and thank you for just being so cool and opening and welcoming me into your wrestling lives. It's me, your homie, Shane O'Mac, coming to you live from the East New York section of the Three Bells podcast table. I'm going to leave it up to Jay to say goodbye and then Des to close. And I say, good fight, good night.
Fellas, as we complete this weekend, I like to always say to y'all, I appreciate the both of y'all. I love y'all like a fat kid loves cakes, 51 episodes in. This past week has been a tremendous one for all of us, for all our viewers, for all our listeners. I appreciate y'all all. God bless y'all. There's so many people we can sit back here and thank. Y'all all know personally, individually. I love y'all too. I'll be talking to all of y'all soon. And fellas, Shane, thank you for being a part of it, for coming and jumping on board with the plans. And Des, thank you for putting this all together, for bringing me to Shane, and for making this Three Bells work, bro. We're here. We're not going nowhere. And salute to the next 50, 51 more. Let's get it, guys. Love y'all.
Wow. And for me, your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself, I would like to thank everybody who's made this journey, this vision of mine possible. Thank y'all so very much. So very, very much. Channel Mac, Triple J, it would not be possible without y'all. Triple H, the WWE Universe, the WWE performers, thank you very much for this weekend. Everybody, thank y'all so very, very much. This is your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself. I'm very, very full of the love. Thank everybody that's contributed to the last 50 plus episodes of the Three Bell Podcast. I'm so thankful for y'all. So thankful. Here's so much more. Only God knows where we will go from this point on. I invite y'all to listen to us tomorrow or today, depending on where you are, for the Raw recap of Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. It's your boy Mundo, aka Mr. AKA himself. I love y'all, and thank y'all so much. I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe because after tonight, maybe this might be the last time, but as always, I put my ones up for Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. No heat.